All right, welcome everybody. We are getting started here with game number 7 of Civ4 AI Survivor, season number 8. Today is, as we're recording this live, today is the day the Olympics start, so let the games begin. They're going to be doing the opening ceremonies actually while this game is going on. They're about to start in about an hour or two from where we are right now. But if you're watching the recording, you don't care about that. So let's go ahead and begin. We have another one of our usual Pangeas, but this one is shaped a little bit differently. We have kind of the AI leaders are in like this crescent, and then we have this jungle region in the middle. I like this map when I saw it because it was different from a lot of the other stuff that we'd seen. Also, thanks for subscribing, Coding Cajun. We just started, so it is too late for the picking contest. Apologies, folks, but we are just getting started with the game itself. In this game, the big favorite is Surya Varman. He's been picked by about 2/3 of the people to win, including me. And then Mehmed is the most popular pick for second, because if you're picking Surya Varman to win, Mehmed is a likely leader to get the second place spot. First to die favorite is basically split about a little over a third of the contest has Charlemagne, and a little over the third of the contest has Montezuma. In this one, Monty, of course, has the red borders because we wanted him to not match Mehmed with the green. So I think that covers it. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, so first of all, who's going for religion? Monty is going for religion. Izzy is going for religion. Charlemagne not going for a religion. Okay. Okay, yeah. I see you've chosen the Plains Cal start ticket, a wise move. So three of these leaders start with mysticism. So the question was going to be which ones are going to go for an early religion. And Charlie is not going for an early religion, but he is going for the archery poison pill. So that means he is not going to have an early religion. I mean, I guess it's possible, right? Because one of these leaders is not going to get meditation. So maybe he could finish archery first and then swap to religion. All right, amongst the non-religious leaders, we have Mehmed's going animal husbandry, which is smart. He also has a Plains cow, double animal husbandry resources. Lizzie is going for wheat. And then, as expected, Sir Yorman is going for animal husbandry. He has triple animal husbandry resources, so I did think he would go for that. And yeah, so that covers the initial starting text. Where are the archers? So look where the archers are going. That's where the deity settlers are going. Okay. This is probably good for people who didn't pick Surya Varman to win, that Charlie is sending his initial city north, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a holy city. That said, if he grabs a spot here, that does crowd. Oh wait, no, they're both moving in this direction. Okay. We got a bit of a settler race going on here. Interesting. I don't think any of the other settlers are that close. Mehmed's going for the river valley. That's where he should go. Monty's going east into this somewhat dry region. Lizzie's going southeast. Okay. And then Isabella is going for this desert region here. Okay. Well, that was a very early city from Surya Varman. Okay. Well, if you're someone who wants... I mean, he's certainly going for the animal husbandry resources. This is going to block off expansion. Okay, well, he seals off the north this way. There's no way Charlie can get in this direction. I don't hate this spot overall. There is also a possibility he could get the copper here as well, because remember, he is creative. He will pop borders. He pops the third ring in 50 turns, so he will actually hit that in 50 turns, although Charlie's own borders from the capital will expand in 50 turns as well. So I think Charlemagne does get the copper. I'm pretty sure that he'll get this, but I mean, like, if a wonder pops up in here, it's not crazy that this could end up going to the Khmer. It's not crazy. It is a possibility. All right, so then we still have to watch where this archer goes from Charlemagne. Let's see. Plus, Charlie will probably claim the elephants. Yes. Charlemagne will definitely get these elephants over here. Okay, so... I'll just continue to keep this on here. All right, so we have Mehmed settled a spot right here. Here's the unfortunate thing for Mehmed. He starts with agriculture, right? But this is outside his borders. Why this city is not one tile further east? This city is so much better if it's one tile further east. Now, this is a dry rice, which is only a 4 food tile. But still, this city is infinitely better if he's one tile further east. Now, maybe he'll get mysticism, but Mehmed is one of those leaders who can ignore mysticism for just ages and ages and ages. He could very easily still have borders not popped on like turn 60, which is just bad. It is a Plains Hill plant. I mean, I like the Plains Hill plant. He can farm the floodplains, and that does give it 4 food. So it's not a terrible spot by any means, but just so close. Now, if he does research mysticism, then this is perfectly fine, but I'm worried that he's going to ignore that for ages and ages. Elizabeth has picked a spot that has a grassland cow. As long as she goes animal husbandry second after agriculture, I think she's in good shape. But she will need to go that afterwards. She's just mining hill tiles at the moment because she can't do anything else. Fishing is useless for her. Izzy has founded a city here. I suspect this becomes a holy city, but it's not guaranteed. Unfortunately, she can't really do anything with this city right now. Like she did finish the workboat, I think. Did she? She was building one. Did she finish? Where's her workboat? But like her worker can't do anything because her starting techs are fishing and mysticism, so she really can't do anything. I mean, I guess she can build the monument, but that's pretty wasteful if that becomes a holy city. Monty's definitely going to get a holy city. Okay. You know, this doesn't push his borders towards anyone else, but he is going to claim all this territory with his holy city culture, so that's kind of nice. Easily setting for the lake so she can pick up the Hydra, Hindu Jewism. Well, Monty will have ivory, and he can connect that. Now, he needs to definitely pick up agriculture, because he's got the multiple corn resources. If he goes agriculture after this religion, that's not so bad. It looks like Izzy's going to get beaten by 1 turn, which is very unfortunate. I guess she canceled the workboat. I thought she was going to do the workboat first. I'm not quite sure what she's doing here. She will beat Montezuma in a same turn tiebreaker. If she will win a same turn tiebreaker. Oh, okay. This is a bold spot from Charlemagne. It is up on a Plains Hill, but like this is land that I did think was going to go to Surrey Varman. Okay. It's got horses. It's not a bad city. If he's able to hold this, it's not bad. It's unfortunate for Charlemagne that if he can make this a holy city, I like his position a heck of a lot better. It's a shame he went for archery first. If he'd gone for polytheism first, this would be a holy city, and I would actually like his position a lot. But yeah, he's definitely denying territory that would go to Surrey Varman, who, by the way, is building a barracks for some reason. I don't quite understand that. But yeah, see, no, he did mine the what's it called? Pig's tile, yes. And that's a very good tile. It's almost as good as a Plains cow. Very good tile, though. So I'm sure the worker will mine that, and then he'll probably go improve that. And that's 3 excellent tiles to work at the start of the game. Yeah, I have no idea why he settled here. There's no resources. Why he didn't settle... The AI usually settles resources, so that's a very odd spot for him to pick. Oh, the sugar? I guess the sugar... I guess he... But I thought he might go for the ivory or the gems. It's a weird spot. Anyway, so it sounds like he went there because he prioritized the sugar. Interesting. All right. So let's see what Izzy does when this religion pops. Will she go polytheism, or is she going to back off that? Does Charlie go for a religion here? We are going to see Monty. Apparently Montezuma wants to be Jewish in this game. So that's a thing. And we don't know what Izzy's going to do. Let's see if she is so obsessed with religion. I wouldn't be shocked if she now goes for polytheism. Anyway, let's see. No, she's opted to finish meditation. Okay. Monty's did go into agriculture, so that's the correct call there. Charlemagne not going for religion again. He's on agriculture. Okay. Well, if Izzy really wants this, she can get it. If she really wants this, let's see. No, she's on agriculture too. This religion is still up for grabs. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, I mean, it's the correct call for Charlemagne to get agriculture, but yeah, I mean, he could potentially go get the holy city. He's building the monument here first, so he will get the borders to pop. Huh. Unusual opener here. All right, let's see what people are doing in terms of who's going to get the initial settler out. Wow, that is a little bit less territory than I thought that Surrey Varman might get, but There's still room here, and then there's a lot of backlines room over here. As long as he doesn't have a Barb City pop up, he's probably still okay. Okay, so it looks like Mehmed was building a settler in his capital, whereas most people are building it in their second city. So he'll be the first to get a city out. We don't really have a lot going on until one of those is out. So this game not being the haunted. All those Riverside dye planted. I mean, if he can get to calendar, these will be nice. And then Charlie's also really not taking advantage of his imperialistic bonus here. Really not getting much benefit from that. But yeah, so Mehmed's going to be the first one to get a settler out. All right, almost everybody on agriculture right now. Suryavarman followed up his animal husbandry by going for agriculture. Oh, look at that 2-turn worker. Wow, that's a lot of food hammers. Let's see if he goes to improve this or if he... Okay, so he decided to just pasture this instead of going to improve the cows. But I suspect this worker will probably go improve the... once it actually moves. Anyway, so yeah, settlers, initial settlers about done. It's still going to be Mehmed first, who, by the way, is doing a nice job at his capital. Look at this, double farmed. Wow, he has 16 food hammers at size 3. Oh my god. That is a nice start, you guys. That is a nice start. Now, can he take advantage of that start? Because we've seen Mehmed kind of spin out and fail before. All right, is Izzy going to go for a religion now? She did get... Okay, she's researching a little bit faster than Charlemagne because she has the fish that gives her 2 commerce by working that. Also gets another commerce from the silk tile. So will she go for a religion now? Okay, she is going for a religion. And I suspect she can beat Charlemagne to the religion. Obviously, she beats anybody else. So it looks like she will found a religion, just a little bit delayed. Stopping to get agriculture first definitely helps her. Now she can actually improve another tile at her capital. And I'm curious if Charlie tries to go for his religion. He'll be doomed if he does go for it. He's not going to get it. Anyway, that was an extremely fast city plant by Mehmed. He planted only 3 tiles away from the capital. Now he grabs horses with this. And does he have animal? He does have animal husbandry, so he can see the horses. It's not a bad production city. It's not very good in terms of commerce. Again, it's a shame. He really, and I mean really, needs to get mysticism so he can pop the borders of these cities. He really needs to get that badly. I hope for his sake he bought... I mean, at least he has wheel tech so he can connect everything with roads. But, yeah, I mean, this is quite a nice capital for turn 20. Quite nice. We'll try to go around and look at everybody else's capital in a minute. All right, so I think Charlemagne was the one who's going to get the next settler out. He's only 1 turn away. Everybody else is a little bit further away. Izzy is, get out of the way, worker, 4 turns away. 7 turns and 6 turns. Okay, yeah, so Charlemagne is definitely going to get the next one. I suspect he's either going to go for the gems or the ivory. I suspect he's going to go for one or the other. All right, so we just finished it. Now we'll see. Oh, Mehmed early bronze working. Wow, that's a very early bronze working. Well, he doesn't have copper, but he'll probably see this and settle it once he goes for it. His research rate is a little questionable right now. Anyway, let's see where this settler goes. All right, going south. That makes sense. Going south down here. We actually have pretty good border expansions for most of these leaders. I think it's because so many of them start with mysticism. A lot of them are doing a good job of popping those borders. Anyway, so Charlemagne did opt into the polytheism race, but he's going to lose that. So he's now researched archery out of the gate and then agriculture, which is a good tech. He should research agriculture. But now he's invested into polytheism, and he's not going to get the religion. So the question then becomes, does he go for the monotheism religion? Because that will also be available down the road. Also, Suryavarman is starting to get his resources improved, starting to look better here. Yeah, he's got all 3 resources. Oh my god, he has so much food here. Will he realize that he needs to get wheel pottery next so he can start building cottages? We'll see. We'll see what Suryavarman goes for next, but he's certainly well positioned to expand quickly. All right, going for another worker. I do like it when the AI goes for a lot of early workers. No, he's going for early bronze working. He is going to have copper, but We'll see. He probably puts a city over here to take advantage. I think that wheel would have been a better tech to go for, though. Not that bronze working's ever a bad tech, but yeah. A lot of border tension over here. You know, there is the potential for Suryawarman to connect early copper and hit a Charlemagne who doesn't have bronze working. We'll see. Charlie first to die looking pretty good, maybe. I mean, he is expanding decently well. All right, so he's got a settler down here. Who else has settlers moving around on the map right now? Let's see. That is a worker. That is another worker. 3 workers from Mehmed as well. I like Mehmed getting all these workers out. Okay, Izzy is a settler out, and she's going east with it. Okay, now it is possible that Izzy could have religion pop up in this city. I mean, it looks like it's going to be in Barcelona. And then Mehmed just finished Suryawarman just finished a settler as well. Sorry, just spam settlers, buddy. You got the land for it. All right, let's see. I expect Christianity is going to pop up here in Barcelona. Okay, and it did. Not over here. Still, Suryawarman is getting squeezed by his neighbors, like to a greater extent than I thought would happen. Yes, and Charlie planted a city down here. Again, a city that will benefit from expanding borders, but he has mysticism, so he can build the monument. The early monument's very cheap for the AI, so it's not a big deal to go for it. Not bad. A little exposed, certainly, but not bad. Already had the first border tension popping up here. And Izzy's about to plant her city any minute now. Well, she is still going further east. Wow, you know, both leaders next to Suryawarman just race directly towards him, and Suryawarman's trying to settle this spot, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. I think Izzy's going to get her city first. Oh my god, she's going so far east. She's going so far east. Look at this. Wow, that's a very aggressive spot. Now, if Suryawarman does move first, but let's see who gets this. Oh, wow. The same turn tiebreak. Whoa, that's an important... That's a big race for Suryawarman to win. So he moved and planted, and I suspect Izzy was going to plant that turn too. Jeez, that's a big deal. That's like, if Suryawarman doesn't get that, this is the advantage of being the pool 1 leader. Like, if he has a city right here, because Izzy was going to plant like right here, Suryawarman getting that is worth quite a bit, because now he has room to backfill a lot of cities back here. He's also already unhappy. Again, he definitely needs to get more happiness. That's a real problem for him. But yeah, that could have been really bad for his sake. So a big early moment in the game. Yeah, the pool 1 leader advantage. So Izzy's going to have to fall back on another spot here. Oh, wow. She just planted right there. Okay. I guess she wasn't ready to give up on the spot. Now, she'll build a monument, so it's not like her city's going to get culture flipped. I will say Suryawarman's getting a lot of border tension with his neighbors here. So we'll see. Okay. So we should have settlers out on the map from Montezuma. Oh, Monty's going to claim the copper over here that I think most of us thought would probably go to Mehmed. Is he gonna settle on the copper? He settled on the copper. Okay, Monty. You do you, Montezuma. So as soon as he has bronze working, he'll have copper connected instantly. Well, I guess he has to build a road as well. Jeez. Okay. And Elizabeth also built a settler, I believe. She's moving into the southwest tundra, although it looks like she's going to get silver with this city. Nope. She's going for the animal husbandry. Going for the sheep tile. Okay, she's going to settle right there. Izzy and Charlie are both on... Wait, are they both going for another religion? Hold on. No, she's just researching this. Is Charlie going for... No, he's also just on masonry. Also, Charlemagne, you don't have mining, you don't have bronze working, you don't have wheel, you don't have pottery, you don't have animal husbandry, but you are going for masonry right now. Does he even have a masonry resource? Why in the world is he going for masonry? He doesn't have stone or marble. What is he doing? Well, he's building double settlers, so, I mean, I guess he's expanding well. I guess. Okay, and Mehmed apparently dropped this city in the tundra for someone, God knows what reason. Once again, Mehmed really needs mysticism badly. He just needs to expand his borders. I mean, he already has horses connected, so he's running around with chariots. But I would have liked this. I would have liked this city like up here so much more than where he planted this. Yeah, looks like he's not gonna have any copper. Oh, there's a barb city too. We got our first barb city. Okay, we figured that this part of the map, this central jungle belt, would see quite a few barb cities popping up. That's not really a surprise. I also should check, does Izzy have metals? She has iron. Okay, you know, if Izzy also doesn't, if she also does not get metals, there's also a possibility that Surya Varman could go after her. That could also very much be a possibility. He just needs to get wheel pottery, or else his economy is going to be in a bit of trouble. But being on a big river definitely helps to get the extra commerce. Still, his research is not great at the moment. And he's grown his city way into unhappiness right now. Very much in unhappiness. All right, Mehmed got bronze working, so now he can't see this. Barcelona will get copper when its borders expand. Oh, you're right, Barcelona. You're right. She will have copper. Never mind. She's okay. You guys pointed that out. Because she has copper next to her holy city. I did not see that before. All right, well, I think the next settlers are coming out of Charlemagne. He's got double settlers in production. Monty's got one in production. We have double settlers from Mehmed, too. Mehmed, don't crash your economy. Be a little bit careful there. And Izzy does not currently have a... Okay, Izzy does not have a settler in production. So she's not close to getting a fourth city. And then Surya Varman probably should be building them here instead of spamming warriors out of his capital. Not quite sure why he's spamming the warriors. Anyway. Okay, yeah, let's see where these go. Bursa... Yeah, we saw that Bursa was in the tundra. We pointed that out a minute ago. Now let's see where this one goes. All these people in masonry is kind of weird. Lizzie is the first one to go pottery tech. She is in last place in score for what that's worth. She also would benefit from mysticism to start popping borders. All right, Charlie looks like he's going to go settle the ivory with this city, as far as I can tell, which is not the worst place to go. Monty also is... Oh, Monty's also on double settler. And Mehmed just finished 2 settlers. He was building 2 of them. He's got one up here. Okay, so he is going up the river valley. That's good. Good for him. Surya Varman's almost finished his very long bronze working. Izzy... Okay, Izzy is on double settler, although one of them is going to be very, very slow. I don't know what Surya Varman's doing right here. He's farming all of the river tiles that he can't work because doesn't have enough happiness. Yeah, not quite sure what he's doing here. Not quite sure what's happening, other than the fact that he really needs to get wheel pottery as soon as possible. Is Monty on bronze working? He could be. Yes, he is. He's not getting there very fast, but he is getting there. He's got a settler out. Charlemagne is apparently not going for this ivory tile. Okay. Well, I mean, he did claim the ivory, but in kind of a weird way. Kind of an awkward way. Mehmed has planted 2 cities up here. He's certainly expanding well. I hope his economy's not too torched by this. He seems like he's hanging in there right now. So he planted 1 on copper. Okay. And yes, he does have bronze working research, so he knows that the copper's there. Again, he really, really, really needs to research mysticism to pop his borders. And then this one went up the river valley. I mean, he's got 6 cities already on turn 40. That is a lot of cities to have this early in the game. Most of the AIs have 3. I mean, he's doing a great job of expanding all over the map, so kudos to him for that. If he could just now get culture is the one thing he needs. And it looks like Surya Varman just finished a settler here. Trying to figure it. He's just holding it in his city for some reason. I don't know what he's doing in his capital. His capital's like not building anything. I'm not exactly sure why. He's struggling with the lack of happiness there. All right, Monty planted another tundra city for some reason, but he's building more settlers, which is what he needs to do. Surya Varman is this the Joao glitch? He's glitching out right now. He seems to be struggling with the barbarians to some extent. All right, the settler's actually going south. Is he going to settle the ivory because he needs happiness? I could see it. Yeah, Surrey is getting hit pretty hard with barbarians, too. Oh, he's building another settler. Yeah, he's getting all the barbs. Now, no barb city there yet. Still just the one in the tundra. Or not in the tundra, in the jungle, excuse me. Isabella's about to finish a settler. I'm curious to see. Charlemagne is finally going onto wheel now. Monty's on a very slow bronze working. Is Surrey-Merman going to realize he needs to go wheel? Yes, he is. He definitely needs to connect his cities together. His research is hurting here because he doesn't have it's a shame he doesn't have hereditary rule here, right? But he'll get there. He'll get there. He's still, I think Surrey-Merman's still in a nice position long term. He just needs to, because he's got room for a nice brace of cities up here. He should be able to get up to like 8 or 9 cities. Also, there's quite a bit of seafood over here in this corner of the map, so any cities dumped on the coast there are going to be pretty strong. Anyway, so it's pretty close at the moment. I will say that Elizabeth also really needs to get she's also getting pillaged by barbs too. She really badly needs to get mysticism, just as Mehmed needs to get mysticism. Is Surrey about to take the other approximate? Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah, you guys are right. He did take the other bronze. Okay. Well, that is a bit of a problem for Charlemagne. I did not think that he would have. I did not think a copper resource 2 tiles from his capital would be a problem. No, Surrey-Merman has no luxuries. That ivory that he just settled is the only one that he has. Yeah, that's Charlie, you might be in some trouble here, buddy. Now he does have an iron resource here. He's already built a monument, so if he researches ironworking, he will have iron. But if he somehow doesn't get that, he could be in a lot of trouble. He just has to get that. If he would lose this city, he'd be kind of out of luck there. This is a bold claim by Surrey-Merman, and I don't know if he'll be able to hold this. It is very, very close. Very, very close. Also, these barb archers are pillaging away up here. But, and Surrey-Merman didn't he build another settler? Yep, he's got another one here. But he is researching wheel, so when I don't think his research rate is pretty bad at the moment. Yeah, he needs to make sure he can get he maybe waited a little too long to get wheel tech. He's kind of overbuilt units is the problem. Mehmed is on pottery. That's smart. He needs that for his economy. Still no way to expand borders, though. And it looks like he's building axes in this city. Yeah, the lack of wheel tech really hurts the AIs sometimes. Anyway, Izzy planted a city up here in the extreme north. It has a fish resource, so it's decent. Not a great city, but decent. Map is definitely filling up. Yeah, for whatever reason, Surrey-Merman keeps building all these warriors. He's actually paying unit cost, which he can ill afford to do at the moment. That's why he's stuck on 4 beakers per turn. He also kept whipping it. He whipped his capital. I have no idea why you would even bother whipping your capital in this situation. Like, he shouldn't be working these resourceless tiles. Also, like, why would you need all these warriors? Anyway, the AI is special sometimes. All right, Monty also still doesn't have wheel tech because he doesn't have his resources connected. Mehmed does. Elizabeth does. Yeah, the lack of the ability to construct roads definitely hurts some of these AIs. Same thing over here for Isabella. Still can't connect resources. All right, and we're 50 turns in. Interesting first 50 turns. We still have the 3rd religion available, by the way. Still very much online for somebody to go take. I would say I like Mehmed's situation so far. I would like it even more if he would research mysticism tech. We'll get our traditional overview screenshot. Mehmed's economy seems crashed. It does seem a bit shaky. Let's look at everybody's research rate. Surrey-Merman's only at 5 beakers per turn, although he is running a bit of the gold slider. So he can do a little bit better than that. Charlemagne is at 9. Elizabeth's at 12. I mean, nobody's researching very fast. Izzy's at 10. Mehmed's at 3. Uh-oh. And Monty's at 8. I mean, no one is researching very fast. Like, the 5 beakers sounds pretty bad, and it is pretty bad, but no one is above, what was it? Elizabeth was the highest at 12? That's not good. Not too good, to say the least. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. In terms of the graphs so far, if you're curious, GMP, yeah, everybody, again, this is the observer civ. Mehmed is basically down at the observer civ. Not too good. Not too good. Nobody's GMP looks very good. Production, everybody's pretty close except Monty is strangely low. Food, Monty and Mehmed are the highest. Monty looks like he just planted another city on the east coast. Power, Mehmed's the only one who has copper connected. And then culture. So yeah, he just planted another city on, what is up with him and planting on copper? I guess he can't see the copper yet. Monty, you need to get wheel tech really badly. You need to connect your cities. Your economy is struggling without this. I mean, I guess so. I guess Lizzie's hanging in there. She does have the gold, so that's definitely helping her. I mean, I just don't think she's going to get very many cities, though. I think she's going to be stuck on about 6 or 7 cities. Maybe if she gets a lot of fishing villages. I just think she's going to be an underpowered group because Mehmed planted another city. I actually missed that he had planted yet another one. He'll need ironworking to make this useful. But, I mean, Mehmed's certainly securing the map. 7 cities is pretty impressive. I mean, he's not even imperialistic. He's expansive, organized. So he's definitely settling the map. Now the question is, can he recover his economy? He's on the tech he needs, which is pottery tech. So once he can build cottages, he might be able to recover. I do think his position's pretty good long term. Just in the short run, he's suffering here. He would actually benefit a lot from getting a big infusion of fail gold. That would actually be pretty good if he could do that. Now Charlie, I believe, does he have mining tech yet? Because he really should connect those gems. No, he still doesn't have mining tech. Okay, Charlie, you need to get mining tech here. All right, he is finally going for it. Monty is apparently the largest civ in the world from his holy city culture. And Elizabeth just finished bronze working. Anyway, so yeah, Surrey Marmon has some settlers running around. Doesn't he? Doesn't he have a settler up here? I thought he had one. Maybe he lost it to the Barbs. I could have sworn I saw a settler running around up here. Maybe disbanded it because he doesn't have enough econ for it. Anyway, well, he's crawling his way to the wheel tech. City. Oh no! Oh my God! He planted a city here. What the heck? What is? Okay. What is this? Okay, you're like, no, he founded this city. All right. Well, he's already on 5 cities. He has room for another 4 or 5 more. So again, there's lots of potential here if he can just keep his economy from plummeting to 0. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say I like Mehmed and Surrey Marmon's situation. If they can just rescue their economies, I think they've got a decent shot here. Whereas Charlemagne, yeah, I'm just not. I don't know about this guy. He just planted Augsburg relatively recently, but like he doesn't have wheel tech. Oh no, he just recently got wheel tech. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Charlie is going to be able to work those gem tiles, though, and that should be a big help for him. I don't suppose Mehmed's plotting war. No, he's the only one who has metals connected. Charlie trapped by Barb City. Yeah, also the Barb City is kind of in an unfortunate spot. I guess he can still get another city here, although I think Monty was walking a settler. Yeah, Monty's walking a settler up in this direction. Oh, you know what would be? What if Monty settles here? What if Monty denies the iron resource? I think that might actually happen. What if Monty denies him iron? There's no way he can get a metal resource if he doesn't get this iron. Jungle Hungarian. Yeah, the Magyar. Oh, he did take the spot. This will go into, especially with Monty building a monument here. Monty's going to control this tile because it's first string for him. I don't think Charlie's going to have any metal resources. I think he's gotten locked out. And that's just wild. I mean, again, look at the start. So his capital's here. He has copper 2 tiles away in this direction. He has copper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles in this direction. And he has iron 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I can't put the resources too much closer to him than this. But apparently it's still not enough. Yeah, protective archers are not going to save him. I am concerned for his safety long term. I don't know how he managed to avoid getting this. But yeah, I mean, creative culture. And Surrey is finally going to finish wheel tech. Also, he's going to lose these 2 tiles soon too, because these are first string for a creative civ. They will flip. Oh boy. Well, Mehmed is on pottery, and again, Mehmed's got tons of food hammers. His big issue is he needs commerce, and he especially needs to pop his stupid borders. Maybe he'll go for writing text soon then. Oh boy. Okay. Monty is still in first place, but yeah, I don't know. Monty still doesn't have wheel tech either. And Suryavarman, okay, is still belatedly getting that. He now finally can build roads. He actually has a lot of roads. He just needs to, or excuse me, he has a lot of workers. He just needs to build the roads. How many workers does he actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 workers. Okay, I guess yeah, he's not quite as many as I thought. He needs to cancel these stupid farms and build roads. At least the AI does understand it needs to connect its cities and resources. Also, okay, just plant another city up here. No defenders, though. Okay, well, I guess there's no barbs, but that was still very reckless. Sorry, that desperately needs to go pottery next. Let's see if he's smart enough to do that. And then there was a settler I just saw right here. Another unescorted settler. What is going on here? Nope, Suryavarman went masonry. Up. That's a mistake. I guess he saw the. Guess he saw this. He'll go pottery sooner or later, but he needs it really badly. Just connecting his city. Oh, whoa! What just happened here? What? A barbarian captured his city. What? What? The AI gets so many bonuses against barbarians on this difficulty. How does that happen? What? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. Seville's gonna pop its borders and grab this tile too. Oh my god. That's a disaster for Suryavarman. Now he's probably gonna take this back because he's got 4 warriors walking towards it, but that's just crazy. How does this happen? I'm like, how does that happen? Anyway, Lizzie gets Stonehenge. And Mehmed took a city in the center of the map. I'm liking Mehmed's position more and more. Maybe he can go conquer Lizzie and take Stonehenge from her. Anyway, there's another Barb city down here. Okay. Seriously, what the heck? I think 4 warriors with city raider promotions kill that archer, I think. If they all fail, then, yeah. Let's see. Oh my god, they didn't kill it. They all failed. They didn't kill it. 4 against 1, they all failed to kill the archer. No, I can't show the combat odds for the fights, unfortunately. Can't show it. Wow. He must have gotten some bad dice rolls there. I mean, he's building an axe now. Still, I mean, this is... Suryavarman's economy is in... He's at 10%. Oh, he's at 10% because he's upgrading warriors into axes. So don't read too much into that. Don't read too much into that. Anyway, Monty is about to get this tile back. As soon as he pops borders, he gets this tile back. How is that dude on 2? Well, it was at 1.9 and then it healed some health. Can Barb Cities culture flips? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. But there's actually no... I don't think that this... Okay, I didn't mean to double click on you. I don't think that this city is putting culture on that tile right now. 24... No. Oh, wait, no, it is. It is. Isn't it? It's at 40%, 20... no, there's actually no culture being put on this tile by Suryavarman right now. So, no, there's no possibility of a flip anytime soon. Suryavarman did connect his copper, though, so I suspect he's going to take that city back, would be my guess. Let's see. Izzy does have copper in range, so she should go grab that. She's also spamming missionaries and building the Oracle. I expect that she can't sign open borders yet, so she can't send Christian missionaries to anyone, but I suspect that she'll be taking them over soon. I think the bigger story is that Mehmed is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities already. He still can't expand borders anywhere, but he's got so many. Well, culture flipping a conquered city is allowed. It just can't flip back to the city that you can't capture a city and then have it flip back to the one that lost it. Otherwise, it can definitely flip. Yeah, and Elizabeth has this Barb city, which is in a very awkward spot for her. As I said, I'm just concerned she's going to get stuck on a minimal city count, which seems likely. I mean, I guess she's building more settlers. Maybe she gets a decent amount. I still think Charlemagne is in the worst shape in this game. Yeah, we can refresh the map. I just wasn't expecting a Barb city to get captured, a core city to get captured by the barbarians over there. For Suryavarman, he really needs to turn research on. I mean, he's just upgrading units right now, which is why he's got the... He'll turn research back on soon. Monty is finally going for the wheel. And Charlie now has bronze working, but he does not have iron working. He's got a settler moving around over here. Mehmed captured Mag. Yeah, we saw that Mehmed captured that one. Monty's research is pretty bad. Although he is also running the slider. It's not quite as bad as it looks. And it looks like Charlie is going to get the third religion, but that might be bad for him. Because especially if Izzy's religion spreads, that could be kind of bad. We'll see. It looks like he's going to get the third religion, though. So maybe if it spreads, he can make some friends. I guess we'll see. Also, you're building a bunch of axes, Sir Yarman. Why don't you go hit that city? Yeah, but I am very impressed by Mehmed and how he's playing. I think, and it looks like he's going to try to take the Barb City over here as well. Of course, there's the warrior army over here. Look at that. Pretty ridiculous. So many warriors. They don't have enough strength to take that. Anyway, I don't suppose Mehmed's plotting war. He is not at the moment. Sir Yarman really needs to get his economy in gear here. He's continuing to throw warriors at this. Now there's actually 2 archers in this city, and it's building more. He needs to just send those axes at that city. Still, that really has hurt him a lot. Losing. This was one of his better cities. You know, he actually... hold on, let me scroll the map up here. He actually does not have copper access from here. His copper access is literally off of this tile here, which is just wild. Pretty wild. Anyway, so yeah, I think Mehmed is in the best shape at the moment. Like, Charlemagne has got a lot of score points, but a lot of it's just from land. Like, just having land. And he just planted another city over here. Oh, wow. So that was... Okay. You know, if that city hadn't been auto-raised, Mehmed could have had a city right here next to Elizabeth. On the plus side, he did probably get a little bit of capture gold from that. So yeah, that's nice. Sailing... Again, why are you researching sailing, buddy? Why are you not researching a tech that lets you pop borders? Oh, well. Oh, in case we're curious about how everybody feels about each other, let's see. I'm seeing some people not liking Montezuma over here. Not seeing a lot elsewhere. Elizabeth also has a lot of people not liking her all that much. This is like the JV game of the opening round. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of axes here. I would think that this city could just be taken back. Okay, so the Holy City goes on the southern. Also, it's funny seeing Charlemagne found Islam, but he couldn't take Christianity because it was already grabbed there. Yeah, Sir Yarman has been on masonry tech for a long time. He has continued to upgrade. Oh, you know what the problem is? He built so many warriors early in the game, and now he's obsessed with upgrading every warrior into an axe or a spear. Like, he won't turn research back on until he's done. He's about to settle another city, though. I still think he's going to get this city back again. I don't know why he needs 4 axes in his capital when he could just go take this Barb city back. But yeah, this city is still pumping out more archers. We'll see if he ever gets it back. All right, the warrior brigade is still over there. You know, Mehmed is even doing, because like Mehmed's on top of the scoreboard right now, but he's actually doing better than it looks because he's not getting score points for land from like a whole bunch of places. He actually is doing better than it looks like here, and he's been getting cottages up as well because he finished pottery tech, whereas like Sir Yarman still doesn't have pottery tech yet, and I don't think Charlemagne does either. Note that the iron tile has flipped back over to Montezuma, so unless someone trades this guy metals, he just does not have much in the way of resources. Anyway, I still think Charlemagne is kind of a dead man walking right now. It also doesn't help that he's running a religion that no one else is running. All right, Izzy's got the Oracle. Let's see what she took with it. Metal casting or monarchy, I would suspect. Monarchy. Not bad. She needs the extra happiness for sure. Yeah, she has no happiness resources. This is a good pick to get into hereditary rule and connect the lines. Surrey settled. Yep. Good spot on this river valley. This also limits where barbarians can come in from. So Sir Yarman does have he's got a decent amount of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities if he can get this one back again. I still can't believe that he hasn't retaken this city. He seems to be struggling with that. And then he still has room for at least one more city over here that's a high-quality city. So he'll be around 8 or 9 cities at the end of the settling phase. And he's got a neighbor who, again, has no medals, but a lot of culture, but no medals. If he's actually last place in score right now, which is kind of shocking to me. But he is last place in score. There goes Izzy adopting hereditary rule. Civ4 has been on this masonry tech forever. The fact he just needed to go pottery and he just didn't do it, unfortunately for him. He's still running the slider. I don't know why. He can probably afford like 30% science. Maybe he'll get some capture gold from this. Something that would really help Civ4 is if he tried to build a wonder and failed. Fail gold would actually help him a lot right now. He's got so many highly upgraded units. Oh, okay. He just picked up Charlie's religion. That is a big deal. That is a big deal. That means he's less likely to fight Charlemagne, and Charlie's less likely to fight him. Mehmed likes. Where's Charlemagne? Still only cautious, but that will go up if they spread the religion. Yeah, still just cautious with each other, but will go up. Yeah, Izzy's not gonna like Civ4, but I mean, Izzy still doesn't have metals connected. She still has not connected any metals. For whatever. Oh, she still doesn't have bronze. She didn't have mining tech. What the heck? Mehmed's going ironworking. Okay. Well, that's a very early shrine. Okay. And Mehmed has picked up Izzy's religion. Okay. Mehmed is looking pretty strong here. I have to say Civ4 has bungled this opening a bit. A bit. And he once again, wow, what is with these barbarians? He can't kill them. He just promoted them again. It's like the AI gets 10 billion bonuses against barbs, but he can't kill any of them. Wild, absolutely wild that he can't seem to deal with this one barb city. I don't know how, and he did, all right, he founded another city over here too, but that actually might be good if he connects the fishing techs. I don't know. Monty has finished the wheel, so now he's going to be able to connect. Oh my God, look at this city. What what is this city? Now he can finally connect his cities together. And Charlie is belatedly going pottery tech. 14 XP archer. I didn't even think the barbs could go over 10 XP. Oh no, they can. Your units can't get more than 10 XP if they are fighting barbarians. Yeah, this is just, I don't know, kind of a bungled opening pretty badly. I don't know. Whoever I pick always bungles their opening. The potential is still here, but he just needs to get to pottery and build cottages. He just has fallen a long way behind as a result of that. So Izzy's finally going to get bronze working and connects copper. We still have this barb city here. Mehmed still does not have a way to pop borders. Elizabeth, who I have not been paying a lot of attention to, has gone on a settling spree. So she's looking a lot better here too. Yeah, I seem to curse whoever I pick. It really is true. But she's done a nice job here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities. She's getting close to the limits of what she can do, but she's doing a nice job. She's still low on score, but that's going to start going up now. So kudos to her. She's got the dove. She would benefit from metal casting quite a bit to get forges for the extra happiness. So kudos to her, as I said. Definitely looking on the upswing here. If she can stay out of wars, she'll be in much better shape. She actually does have mysticism and can pop borders. Yeah, I don't know what that power rating is supposed to mean. I think Sir Roman just got a horrible dice roll against the Barb, because like a Barb Archer attacked and killed his defender, and it got 6 XP from that fight, so it must have been like a 2% odds win or something, because you don't normally get 6 XP for winning one fight, so I think he got very unlucky in having that happen, and then he's just been like spinning his wheels trying to figure it out since then. He did just finish masonry, so will he go pottery tech next? He's also building the pyramids, which is going to give him fail gold, so that's quite good. I think building the pyramids and not getting them is probably the best thing he could do. Someone else is definitely going to get them first, probably Elizabeth. I don't know if that's good for Elizabeth or not. She'll go representation. All right. Sir Reverend is on fishing. Oh God, why is he on fishing? I guess because he's got the triple fish resources. Oh man, why are you going fishing, buddy? You need pottery so badly. You're an expansive civ. You get cheap granaries. Anyway, Oh, well. He just needs to stay out of fighting and he'll be fine. Anyway, we should probably check to see if anyone's plotting war. Nope, nope. Nope. Charlemagne needs to... He should be fighting the barbarians. Izzy doesn't have metals connected. Charlemagne doesn't have metals connected. All right, no one's plotting war currently. He is not running this. He is just completely broke on commerce right now. As I said, the best thing that can happen is for someone else to build pyramids and him to get fail gold out of it. So the map's pretty settled at this point. There's not a lot of space remaining. There's like room in the cracks in the southern tundra. There's definitely room for another city here, but there's not much more. I mean, I guess there's room in the extreme north. So how many cities does everybody have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if he gets that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I worry that Izzy has not expanded enough. 5 cities is not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Elizabeth's kept up with expansion. I thought that might be her weakness, like not expanding enough. See, even Montezuma is going pottery tech here. Sorry. Like, come on, buddy. What are you doing? What's going on there? And the lack of culture is really hurting Mehmed in places like this, because like this city's a Jewish monastery and okay, like this city is grabbing a bunch of tiles. Like there's no reason why Adern does not have this rice tile, but it doesn't because Monty actually has culture in this city. So Mehmed's really been hurt a lot by his refusal to research anything that gives culture. Well, he's researching fishing because he has a city that has 3 fishing resources. That's the reason why he's probably going fishing. Pretty sure that's why. Yeah, somehow this Barb city is still hanging out here. It's even sending out a raiding party to go mess with Isabella over here. If I'm focusing on that corner of the map, it's because I'm just curious what's going to happen. All right, we had 1 Barb killed by Elizabeth. Oh, wow, she has a City Raider 3 axe over here. Although if she softens this up enough, someone else might take it. Could Adern flip? Where's Adern? No, it's not actually being pressured. There's no culture going on the center tile. Maybe when Mehmed's done ironworking, he'll finally go for something that has some culture. Looks like Lizzie's going back to heal this. All right, Elizabeth got a great profit. I wonder if she found... the worst thing she could do would be to found a religion with this. She'll probably just use it as a super specialist, but... she would be able to light bulb theology because she already has writing. She would just have to research polytheism, monotheism, and then the light bulb opens. That would be a terrible decision for her to use it on a religion, but I wouldn't be shocked if she did. She's going to build the pyramids pretty soon, too. She's, wow, 23 base production. Oh, my God. 23 base production, and she has stone. Holy cow. That's a lot of production. Again, that's... As I said, probably the best thing that can happen for Surrey is to get fail gold on the pyramids. Anyway, there's another stack coming up here. Can it actually kill one of these units? He's trying to take this city back. We still have the God tier city garrison 3 archer, and then Izzy's got a 1.8 health chariot. So he's got an axe with city raider, a chariot, 2 spears. This Barb city is also down to just 2 archers left. Let's see. And now the hilarious thing would be is if he knocks us down to 1 archer with like 1 health left and then the Izzy chariot kills it. That would be hilarious. Nope. Did manage to get the city back. All right, so the Barbarian Saga finally comes to an end. Charlemagne got that back. It definitely hurt him losing that city for so long. That was like 30 turns he lost control of that city. But he did finally get control back. So yeah, Charlemagne, really rough early game, but... like I said, the potential is definitely there. He just really needs to get pottery tech. I can't believe we're almost turn 100 and he doesn't have pottery tech yet. Very close on the scoreboard. This is weird. First place and last place are only separated by 25 points in score. That's wild for this late in the game. Because it's like Mehmed. Oh, he's finally researching mysticism. He finally got it, you guys. He finally got it. Did London pop copper? Oh, and there we go. First war of the game. Okay. Did London pop copper? I think she did. I don't think that she had a copper resource there. I think she did pop a copper there. All right, first war of the game. Monty starting it. This is I know. This is my shocked face. Monty starting the first war. I think Charlie's in a lot of trouble here. I really do. I also think that even though Suryavarman is currently in Charlemagne's religion, I think that there's a good chance he'll get spammed with missionaries from either Isabella or Monty. This is probably good for Suryavarman because Monty will go in and weaken Charlie, and then someone else can come in and clean him up later, whether that's Mehmed or Suryavarman. Because I think Monty's not going to have a lot of success, but he's going to drag down Charlie with him. Still, Charlie does not have metal units, so Monty might have success here. All right, he's got, so this is the Islamic holy city. It has 2 archers and a chariot. It does have walls. I do not think this attack succeeds, but I do think Mehmed might be plotting a war as well because he's building up a stack right here. He's not currently plotting war, but I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to fight over here. Anyway, now this is interesting. Temple of Artemis under construction here at Nuremberg. If Temple of Artemis finishes, he might actually be able to get control of this tile. It's really hard to do because this is a first string tile. And this city's about to hit 100 culture. So it's going to be really hard to do. But he might be able to get control of that tile. Maybe if he builds Temple of Artemis. Anyway, I think this attack fails. But if one of the axes gets a low odds victory, it could work. Gets like a 10% victory. Still, probably does not succeed. Well, and there we go. I'm going to say that one of those axes probably got a low odds victory there. Antisocial Monkey just types GG. Yeah, I saw the big stack right here, so that's why I checked to see if he's plotting. Note for the rest of the field, Elizabeth has taken over first place in score now, so those of you who have Elizabeth, it's not many of you. She is quietly getting stronger. She needs to get to a point where she out-techs the rest of the field to feel safe. But Charlemagne is in deep doo-doo right now. Very deep doo-doo. Because he has no metals, and he has 5 cities. All he can build is chariot. He can't even build horse archers. He can only build chariots and archers. Not a recipe for success. Not a recipe for success. So he's in, as I said, a lot of trouble right now. Oh, and the English got this city too. That's really nice for Lizzie. Just the more territory she gets, the more she can just try to out-research the field. I will say if it's turn 200 and no one has attacked her, she's winning this game. We'll look at the tech rates. Yeah, Lizzie Rising. We'll look at the tech rates on turn 200. But yeah, if it's turn 200 and she hasn't been attacked, I'm going to say she wins this one. I think pretty clearly. She's also about to... Did she finish the pyramids? Yes, she did. She did finish the pyramids. Okay. Did she go into representation? There was other stuff going on. No, she went hereditary rule. So not much reason to build the pyramids. Now, here's the danger for Lizzie. Suryavarman, annoyed. Charlemagne, cautious, but possibly dying. Izzy, cautious. Annoyed. Her diplomatic situation is bad. That's the big problem for her. Anyway, I don't suppose she's plotting war. She has very low aggression rating. All right, Suryavarman is plotting war. So who is he thinking about? Well, he doesn't like Izzy very much at all. So that is probably his most... And he's also building up a stack here. So it looks like he's going for Izzy. Now, she has connected metals, so it's not going to be easy. That said, he is definitely a larger civ. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. She only has 5 cities. Okay. Double barb cities in the tundra, by the way. Well... If Suryavarman can get the snipe on the initial turn of war, because oftentimes the AI will like take a city at the start of the war because they build up a stack and then they kind of sucker punch the AI. If he's able to do that with Izzy and knock her down to 4 cities, I mean, we could be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could be at 9 cities against 4. That's just a hard... All right, well, then sure enough, they went in the very next turn. Okay. The math on that is just rough. It's a shame for him he's not attacking Charlemagne. That would probably be a more successful war. I don't think this is going to succeed. Now, I know I just said that about Monty, and then he immediately captured the city, but I don't think there's enough units here. And I think that this city is too well defended. But I don't think that Izzy's in a good position. You know who's benefiting from all this? Elizabeth. People are not attacking Elizabeth. This is great news. Yeah, this is not enough. There's 2 axes in here and a spear. They will definitely defend this. Yeah, Lizzie is the winner of all this. She is just not being touched so far. And Mehmed finally did get he's finally building the monuments. But yeah, we'll see. Monty is riding the Barbarian RNC nonsense. Yeah. All right. Well, Monty looking good. Looking good so far. He's not close to construction, so it's going to be hard to kill a protective Civ who has walls everywhere. Very hard to kill protective archers, but eventually he should tech up. I mean, this attack's not going to. Well, hold on. He pulled back to build a bigger stack. Okay. If he combines these two stacks together, that might be enough. So Lizzie's gone for Isabella's religion. Okay. Not unsurprisingly, it's spread down the East Coast. So there is danger for Monty and Suryavarman long term if Christianity becomes the game's dominant religion. That is a potential issue. All right, Monty has not formed another stack yet, so let's watch what's going on up here. Okay, that's a slightly larger stack, but that's definitely not enough. Not against not when there's walls in this city. Suryavarman is finally doing pottery tech, belatedly. And looks like Monty killed a little stack. Oh, we should, if you're curious about the power. So Izzy is definitely is very low on here, but her power is growing. This is when she connected metals. Her power has been going up a bit. Mehmed is actually the highest. I don't suppose he is also plotting war. Okay. So this could really swing the game depending on which direction he goes in. There's a lot of directions he could go. He's annoyed at Elizabeth with he's +1 and they're annoyed. That's Peace Wade in action. He also doesn't like Charlemagne very much. I think he's going for Charlemagne personally. Well, actually, you know what? He had a stack over there. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, I think he's going for Charlemagne, and I think that's going to cement Charlie as first to die. I don't really see much. I guess he has a couple units on the border with Elizabeth. Mehmed cannot attack at pleased, correct, but he's not pleased with anyone. Yeah, he's kind of infamous for that as one of the warmonger civs who doesn't attack at pleased. Charlie is building metal units, is he? Yeah, he's got copper from somewhere. Let's see. Someone must have traded it to him, I guess. No. How did he get copper then? Did he pop one? Did he literally pop the resource? He popped the resource, you guys. He literally popped a copper. No, he didn't take a tile from Surrey. He literally popped the copper. He's not getting it traded. He literally popped a copper resource out of a mine. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. I still think he's probably dead, but that's absolutely insane. He literally just popped a copper. The odds of popping a resource, I think it's like 1 in 1,000. Any time for each turn that you're working a mine or something like that. Well, there's no road, but it's on a river. See, it's on the river, so he doesn't need to road it. No, that was not there earlier in the game. That's insane. That's crazy. He popped a copper. I mean, he's 100% dead in like 5 seconds if he doesn't pop that, but apparently he did. Well, better to be lucky than good. Okay, it's 1 in 2,000 odds. Each turn that you work a mine, it's 1 in 2,000 odds for something to pop out. Whew. This game sometimes. All right, well, Suryavarman apparently backed off. Okay, he apparently backed off again to build an even bigger stack. So this stack is starting to get to the point where it might be able to muscle its way into Seville, which is mostly building chariots, which we know do not get defensive bonuses. Starting to build a rather large stack there. Okay. Well, I mean, that's not. And okay, Surrey flipped into Isabella's religion as well. That's pretty good news for him. I think that's probably the best thing for him. Now, this is not good for Monty to have everybody in this other religion. If he could actually conquer Isabella, then he would become the holy city holder for Christianity. So definitely some potential here for him. Anyway, Monty's got a stack moving forward, but this is not going to capture anything. So, as I said, all right, so he should wait to attack until this stack moves up. Let's see if he does that. Okay, that is... All right, that is a rather large stack. He has a decent number. There's only 2 axes in this stack. I still don't think this is enough to capture it, but maybe. He needs to clear the axes, and then he can get good odds on what remains. I still don't think this is quite enough. But Suryavarman did just finish pottery tech, so he's getting there. And okay, Monty's got, oh wow. Hey Charlie, did you forget to bring something? You've got 2 archers and a chariot. Oh, maybe you shouldn't have been building Temple of Artemis for the last 20 turns here. Yeah, that's a nice wonder donation there. Okay. So that succeeded. And this attack looks like it's... Oh, what did Isabella do? Where did all her units go? Where did all her units go? Didn't Izzy have a bunch of units here? Did she attack out of the city? Oh no, she attacked out of the city into the forest right before Surrey was about to attack her, and 50% bonus. She slammed her stack on here, getting the attack wrong-footedness. I don't know how else to put this, but if you've played this game, you know the defender always will pick the best matchup possible. So by being the defender, like her axes fought axes, her chariots fought spears. So she wiped her own stack on a 50% defensive bonus, and now she has nothing left to hold Seville. Oh my goodness gracious. Never change AI. Well, now that city's 100% dead. That's some bad combat RNG for her. So now every Surrey of Armin unit survives, and they'll promote and they'll heal. And now Izzy is looking pretty dead, because she only has 4 cities left. And I mean, Surrey of Armin, okay, he didn't even have he didn't even have archery tech? What the heck? His economy is still pretty bad. He's losing money at 90% gold. That's not good. But he's got pottery tech. He'll start building the cottages. Once he gets the cottages down, he'll be able to... I mean, this will become really strong. It's just... His big mistake is waiting to do pottery until turn 100. I hope for his sake he's not too far behind economically. But he's starting to get the resources connected. Oh, he's got gems? Where is he getting gems from? I guess Charlemagne is trading him gems, I guess. So he's getting the happiness now. He's got his cap. Okay, what the heck here? You need to get an hereditary rule really badly. Yeah, he's getting there. He had a slow early game, but he's getting there. And then the question is, can Elizabeth get far enough ahead of the field? Because Charlie's probably going to die. Izzy's probably going to die. I'm still very concerned for her long-term safety. But anyway, we're on turn 100 now. So let's do our overview of the game and take stock of the situation. I still can't believe that Charlemagne managed to pop a copper resource there. He's still not defending himself very well. Why are you building a library, dude? What's going on? I mean, he's preparing a stack over here. So Mehmed is still plotting war. Still has a stack building there. Right now, Surrey of Armin's healing up. Okay. All right, he was able to get up to 20% research. Starting to get there. Let's look at the graphs real quick, shall we? Because we're on a nice round number. All right, so unsurprisingly, Lizzie's GMP is way better than anyone else's. Surrey of Armin is really struggling, but that's just because he was so late to get pottery. He does have the potential for a lot of commerce here. He just needs to cottage up his river valley. I mean, he has a huge river valley. He just needs to build cottages. And I think he will, but just like he should have had pottery on like turn 35 to 40, and he didn't get it till turn 100. All right, production. Mehmed's top in production. Food. Surrey of Armin's top in food. Lizzie is second in food. Interesting. Power. Mehmed is first. All right, Charlie is starting to increase in power. Izzy did not have too big of a drop for losing that stack. Culture. Oh, look at poor Charlemagne losing out on the culture there. In terms of research rates, I'm sure that Elizabeth is the first. Yeah, she's already at 88 beakers per turn, although she is running a deficit right now. So her true research rate is probably like 75. Surrey of Armin's at 10, and he's losing gold at the 10. Yeah. 44 for Charlie, 35 for Isabella. Mehmed's at 28. This is not especially great. And Montezuma's at 18. Well, this is not a fast researching field, is it? Not so good in terms of research. I still think that Surrey of Armin has the potential because he has so many river tiles in his core, but we'll see if he can recover his economy, because right now it is not good. Right now it is not good. All right, anyway. So we're also still waiting to see if largest civ is Montezuma is the largest. Interesting. Still waiting to see if Mehmed's going to come. All right, so Charlie did build this. It looks like he might take this city, Vienna, back. Looks like Montezuma kind of forgot to defend this. Like, there's archers here, but they're like, there's no walls and there's no culture here. So I suspect this will get recaptured. Little chance for Charlemagne to fight back a little bit. Yep. Not great from Monty there to have that happen. We're still waiting to see if Mehmed is going to reemerge. You can see all that culture came back again. Elizabeth's already on calendar tech. Yeah, she's just getting ignored in this game, which is exactly what she wanted. Okay. Mehmed, are you still plotting war? Because I assumed that you were. Yeah. We still has enough on his hands right now. I thought that he had a stack that was like right on the border. Here's his stack. Where's his stack going? Just out of curiosity. I'm not sure where they're going. I still think he's building his stack here. So I think he's targeting Charlemagne. But I'm not certain. Who, by the way, was only able to make that attack because of the copper. Because of that copper that he popped. Anyway, Suryavarman is still rebuilding his stack from the last attack, from the last fighting he did. Wow, what's going? What the? Izzy? Are you okay, Izzy? Are you sure you're okay? Because that city doesn't have anything in it. All right, there is what we were expecting. Mehmed getting in hereditary rule is nice too. All right, so now Charlie is in the two-front war that I think a lot of us expected. How long can he hold out here? The good news is his copper is literally at his capital, so as long as he controls his capital. Uh-oh. His capital is not very well defended here. Although there is a stack running around. Monty, looks like his stack got hit with something. Because those units are not quite alive. I think this is just going to be way too many units for him to deal with. Yeah, there's just not enough units in this city. There's way too many Ottoman units. I don't really see... Is he building the Great Lighthouse is actually a nice wonder for her. Because she has quite a few coastal cities. But I just don't think Charlemagne can survive for very long here. There's just too many units. I mean, he has, what, 4 cities? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 cities. Monty has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the way, Mehmed got 8 cities very early, and he's been stuck on that 8 for a long time, hasn't he? Nice wonder for Surrey. I mean, if he gets up there and captures it, I still think he needs construction. Well, apparently he fought something, and a lot of these units survived because they're on low health. I guess Izzy doesn't have that many units. Good thing for her she has that metal resource, because she still doesn't have iron working. She's also researching theology for another religion. If, like... Suryavarman could run a unit over here and pillage this tile. Izzy would be completely done. Anyway, though, but I think that the city of Augsburg is just doomed here. I think there's too much up against it. Like, no catapults, but... Yeah, there's 1 archer with 0.5 health remaining. And Monty is now apparently going back for this holy city. Is Suryavarman... Suryavarman looks like he's healing a stack up here. Now, you might say it looks like Suryavarman lost a fight because he has a lot of units at low health, but lots of units at low health generally means that you actually won the fight because your units are alive, whereas the other sides are dead. So I think he actually won that fight against Izzy. We'll check the graphs in a second because I think Charlie's about to lose one of his cities here. Yeah. Well, there's another religion. Oh, this would be bad for Elizabeth. She just founded another religion. Or she just got a city in Hastings. Where is Hastings? She just founded her own religion. As I said, I think that might be bad. Is that the Code of Laws religion, I think? Yeah. If she swaps into this religion, she's going to be an absolute pariah on this map. As I said, that could be pretty bad. It's a big Hanging Gardens. I mean, her score... Look, the question is, can she get far enough ahead in score to just win the map regardless? And I do think that it's in play. I really do think it's in play that she can just run away with the map. But if she's in her own religion that no one else follows, and Isabella's dead and Charlemagne is dead, she's going to have a lot of unhappy faces staring at her. And we know that she likes to ignore military techs. Let me make this prediction. If she reaches rifling, she wins the game. I think that's my read is if she reaches rifling, she wins the game. She is not plotting war currently. So she can make this work. She definitely can. How long Charlemagne survives is also a big deal. If Charlie dies quickly, then Lizzie's in much more danger. If Charlie drags this out for 50 or 60 turns, she's in way better shape. So there's a lot at stake as far as how this plays out. And it looks like this Holy City is just going to get recaptured. So Charlie looks like he's dying pretty fast at the moment. All right. Yeah, Suryavarman does not have enough, I think, to capture another city. I mean, he could probably take this one, but he doesn't seem to be focusing that. So really, it looks like Charlie is just falling apart pretty quickly here. Yeah, there goes the Holy City again. So the Holy Rome's down to just 3 cities left. And he's in a 2v1. I mean, I don't think this is going to last much longer. Plus, if his capital falls, which, by the way, is not very well defended, he loses access to copper again. Well, let's keep an eye on it. I mean, there's like this floating stack running around here, but the capital itself has like nothing in it. He just can't build units fast enough. Anyway, Suryavarman and Charlemagne, he's actually flipped out of his city. All right, well, a lot of religions are falling here. Taoism just founded by, that's the theology religion. Where did Suryavarman, did he lose his stack or did he pull it back to heal? I think he might have lost his stack. Hold on. Our power rating. Yeah, Suryavarman lost a stack there. Just, yeah. I was looking at, so Suryavarman does not look like he's going to take another city in the immediate future. He is still slowly going through. He's building cottages. He's starting to get his economy back in it, but he's just very, very delayed. Okay, so even as his empire is falling apart, Charlemagne is trying to recapture the Holy City, but I just don't think he has enough. Yeah, I don't think this is nearly enough here. All right, well, he did actually. Never mind, he recaptured it, but then it got recaptured back again on the same turn. I think he could ill afford to send a big stack out to try to recapture cities at this stage. So that Holy City has changed hands multiple point in times. Elizabeth got a great person. Yeah, Lizzie's respectable on power. That's not... oh, she got a great... yeah, she got a great prophet, too. Okay. So she is definitely going to flip into that religion, because she's going to found the shrine, and then she'll spread it. 100% she goes into Buddhism, which I think is bad for her on this map. I mean, she's tearing through the tech tree way faster than these other AIs. Yep, see? So I think she's going to flip into that religion. I really do. Anyway, up here, Isabella's holding her own for the moment. But with her only having 4 cities, I don't think she can win long term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 against 4, it's rough odds, to say the least. Suryavarman does have the potential to build elephants down the road, too, whereas Izzy will not be able to. She's researching Code of Laws, which is not going to do a lot in her situation. But for the moment, I'm just waiting for like Mehmed to put a new stack together, because he had that huge stack before. This is going to be a tough city to break. This is a city on a hill, and no one has catapults. So that's going to be tough to get through there. Monty, I think, actually has more success at the capital, because there's not much over there. All right, there's Mehmed's new stack. So, by the way, who's going to get the capital is a big deal, too. Because this city, I mean, it doesn't have that much. It does have triple military instructors, but I never would have thought that Suryavarman would have control of tiles like this and this and this. It's literally right on top of Charlie's territory. Yeah, Suryavarman seems to have stalled out at the moment. He probably should sign peace and come back later when he has catapults, but I suspect he'll stay in the war. All right. Yeah, one of these two is going to get... There's not really that many defenders. Let's see. There's 1, 2 archers, 2 chariots, 2 axes. The city is not on a hill. And there's an awful lot of units prepared to attack. I mean, it's just a crapshoot who gets this city, right? Monty's got... So who moves first? Mehmed moves first. So I think Monty actually has better odds, because Mehmed will probably go first and soften him up. Let's see what happens. Apparently neither of them got the city, but they did get it fairly low. Monty has some City Raider 3 axes. Or no, City Raider 2 plus combat promotion. They're doing some work up there. I guess Suryavarman's now going for this city up in the north, which is probably a better target. Just easier to capture. Every city he takes removes a production queue from Isabella. And now he's belatedly going for ironworking. I'm assuming he has iron somewhere in his territory. Yes. All right, we're starting to see the cottages. See, he's not working them, but we're starting to see the cottages. He also has +5 on happiness in his capital. Really would benefit from hereditary rule. So he's starting to get the cottages down. Research rate's starting to come back again. Starting to. Anyway, let's keep an eye and see if Charlie's capital can hold out for much longer. I don't think it's going to be able to hold out for too much longer. Yeah, that's a pretty big stack. I think Mehmed's going to get this. Got a big stack here. Amusingly, this city, Angkor Wat's going to have double copper resources once this falls. Oh, nope, not quite dead. And Mehmed is on construction. Of course, Elizabeth's also on construction. A lot of units had to die for Mehmed to get there, but there's just not really anything left now for Charlie. All right, so Mehmed is the conqueror. Not Constantinople here, but he took the capital city, and this is a very rich prize. Like, now that calendar tech is on the horizon, this is going to be a very, very valuable city, because you'll be able to, as we said, put plantations on all these tiles. Now, here's the downside. It's kind of surrounded by the culture of Suryavarman and Monty. Like, this city's already hit 100 culture, so this just goes, here's the 100 culture out to here, and then out to here. It's going to be pretty culturally crushed, unfortunately. So, yeah. Anyway. So now there's just 2 cities left. This one's on a hill. By the way, there's a ton of workers here. And then there's this city over here. I mean, that also cuts off copper access, so no more metal units. No more metal units. Anyway, Suryavarman is making a play for this city. I don't think he has enough. It's mostly spears, so it's a shame that his attacking force is mostly chariots. And then Izzy has a decent force here. Izzy might be able to recapture this city because it's not that well defended. Would really do well to build walls in this city. Barracks are not terrible, but walls would probably be better. And yeah, Suryavarman, he's researching writing, so he'll be able to build his cheap libraries. He's like slowly getting back in it. As I said, slowly getting back in it. So again, now it's just the race to see who gets which prizes. I suspect Monty gets this because Mehmed attacks first. Let's just see. Anything interesting going on up here? Oh, Izzy's stack moved north. Okay. Yep. So Mehmed attacked first, but then Monty got the prize. Well, Charlemagne looks like he's definitely first to die. That's not really up for debate. And I said if he could survive for like 50 or 60 turns, that'd be really good for Elizabeth. Does not look like he's going to survive for 50 or 60 turns. Does not seem like that's happening at this point. It's a bit of a shame for Montezuma that no one follows his religion. So now that's just who gets the final kill here. Oh, okay. Well, this is a bit of a slightly better. Oh, never mind. I was going to say this is a better stack, but then I was like, oh, Izzy. Hello, Izzy. That's looking pretty solid. You know, Izzy could probably take Seville back if she captured that. And yeah, look, now Angkor Wat is now working Angkor Wat is now like taken over. Angkor Wat's working the wet corn, the double copper resources, and an ivory tile. What the heck? The city just needs more happiness. Like, it just needs happiness desperately. He's researching. Is he going for? I bet he's going for calendar, Suryavarman, because he needs the happiness. No, he's going construction. Okay, huh? I thought he would go calendar. Does he actually have? No, wait, but he doesn't have calendar resources either. He has just no happiness at all. He needs hereditary rule super badly. Prague might revolt. Is it actually under? It actually does have Khmer culture on it. You're right. So it is possible. Yeah, a bit of a shame for Mehmed and Monty that they're not getting much out of this war. The Augsburg is a nice prize, but the rest of the prize is not actually that valuable because they're so culturally crushed here in the center of the map. Colosseum, that's true. Colosseums would help. Colosseums would help. All right, I'm still waiting to see if Izzy's gonna like move this big stack out. Because there's no way that this city gets captured, not with all those units in there. All right, Izzy built shrine. Wait, did Izzy? She must have tossed this city down relatively recently. I don't remember that city being there. She just built another. She has a double shrine city here. This is an extremely valuable prize. Well, if Suryavarman can, I mean, the one thing about going construction is you said Colosseums provide happiness, but catapults would make it so he could capture these cities, which have all the cultural and wall defenses. Anyway, it looks like Mehmed's got the inside track to get the killing blow over here on Charlemagne. Okay, yeah, I'm aware you guys are in the middle of a war. Elizabeth's already on feudalism. She's like already half an age ahead. Izzy's also going early feudalism as well. Yeah, it looks like Mehmed's got the... I think he's got this. Meanwhile, as far as what's going on up here, it looks like the little Suryavarman stack got wiped at the cost of... All right, well, there's a new Suryavarman stack up here, but this war seems to have stalemated for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. I guess because they're like roughly equal tech, and there's no easy way for Suryavarman to get through the cultural defenses. Boy, he needs happiness in the worst way. Colosseums would legitimately help, even though Colosseums are what, +1 happy? They don't give much, but even anything for happiness would help him. Where are the Colosseums? Yeah, only +1 happiness, but it is, he gets them cheap for being creative. All right, let's see it. That's it. Mehmed gets the kill credit. All right, an early elimination, only turn 129. All right, so we get our first... Is Liz spreading Buddhism? I would expect she is. She hasn't converted yet, but I think she will. Yep, she's definitely spreading Buddhism. At least in her territory so far. Now, I guess if she could flip Mehmed... By the way, Mehmed's already got the war elephants unlocked. Mehmed's looking very good in this game right now. Okay, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and update all of our stuff for Charlie being first to die. Okay, so Charlemagne, first one out. I did finally get a first to die pick right. I've been very poor at picking first to die this season. He died on turn 129. Game 7, turn 139. The kill credit goes to Mehmed. Let's go to our contest. First eliminated with Charlemagne. This is co-favorites. Well, I believe Montezuma was a slightly more popular pick, so I'm glad that I got that right. Out of our 265-ish predictions, some 450 over 5. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. It was 450 over 5. So we had 90 out of like 250 people pick it. That's pretty good. A lot of people got the points for that. Content with that. And for fantasy purposes, we get the first to die credit for Charlemagne goes to... Here we go. Goes to Antisocial Monkey. I think is going to be pretty happy with that, given the cheap bid on Charlemagne. And then the kill goes to Mehmed, who's on Henrik's team. So there we go. Mehmed, a surprisingly cheap pickup at only 21. That might be a big score for Henrik here, because Mehmed's looking pretty good. All right. The chat says I entered the date wrong. Turn 129. Did I get that wrong? Oh, 129. I put 139. You guys are right. Okay. Hit the key right next to it. Thank you for that. 129, not 139. All righty. So let's advance one turn. And then let's take stock of our game situation right now. Okay, so the single biggest thing in the game right now is where do Mehmed and Montezuma move? Whoa! I didn't even get to finish making my point. I was like, where do Mehmed and Montezuma move next? I didn't even get to finish moving my point, and Monty declared war on Suryavarman. Whoa, okay. Well, that answers that. Well, that's obviously not good for Suryavarman to be in a war with Monty at the same time, especially with Monty just finishing construction. Okay, well, so that happened. I was going to look at the graphs and see. Apparently, Izzy's economy is actually pretty good because she's got the Great Lighthouse for being so small. Production, food. Yeah, look at Suryavarman plateauing on food because he doesn't have enough happiness. Okay, power. Yeah, that's... You think be declared because Prague rioted? Was this a riot? I thought it was just didn't. Maybe it's because of the. Maybe it is because of that. I don't know. Well, now Suryavarman definitely should try to sign peace with Izzy if he can get it, because the two-front war is not what he wants. And Mehmed, the question is, who does he want to? So the question is, what does Mehmed do now? Okay, so here's the problem for Monty long term: -10, -3, -2, -2. That's actually how. Here's how people feel about him: -9, 0, -2, -1. And this is with the mutual military struggle too. I'm not sure that Monty can make it to the end of the game with people hating him that much. All right, Mehmed likes Suryavarman. He's pleased. He won't declare on her. Won't declare on Izzy. He's +4 with Liz, but that's with them sharing the same religion. There's a very, very good chance that that's going to flip. And then he's -1 with Monty. So we just got to watch and see what he does. Elizabeth flipping into Buddhism is the worst thing she can do. All right. So for right now, Suryavarman's the one in the two-front war. This is going to be awkward for him, to say the least. He's going construction, but you really don't want to be fighting Monty if you can avoid it. Look at that. There's a big stack here from Monty. Okay. Yeah, this definitely caught Suryavarman off guard. I don't think he was expecting that. No catapults, but he just bulldozes his way in regardless. That is a large stack. Yeah, that is a large stack that Monty has running around. It's looking less and less likely that Suryavarman's going to win this game. He's just made too many mistakes and had some bad diplomacy go against him. He's actually very severely in danger of his capital getting sniped here, too. And Elizabeth just built 2 wonders. I mean, Elizabeth just is looking more and more likely to... Is this just the season where the English leaders never get attacked no matter what? Monty, I actually think Monty has low odds of winning this game. I think Mehmed and Elizabeth are the only ones who realistically have a shot. I don't really think Suryavarman has much of a shot at this point, especially if his capital gets sniped here. I mean, oh my god. What the heck? That surprise war declaration has just... Oh my god. Monty just literally drove a dagger right into the heart of the Khmer civilization. Holy cow. I was not expecting this at all. Like, where did this come from? Okay, I mean, if Monty conquers all of Suryavarman, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading this the wrong way. I was just pointing out that no one likes Montezuma, and he's infamously bad at running an economy. He just literally had a huge stack and shoved it straight up the middle of Khmer territory. No catapults, nothing, yeah. But Suryavarman did just sign peace with Izzy. The problem is Suryavarman's taken so much damage at this point. It's really hard to see him bouncing back. Like, even if he recaptures these 2 cities, he's taken an immense amount of damage. He's going to have construction here. Anyway, is Mehmed plotting war? He is not at the moment. Not at the moment. He has a lot of territory. Anyway, so I think we'll just watch the Suryavarman versus Montezuma war. Yeah, Monty, did Monty get construction? He does. He does have construction tech right now. So he can build catapults. Oh, look at this. This city is actually now the capital of the Khmer territory. Jesus. Wild. Anyway, I think Suryavarman's going to take at least one of these cities back. And then this is... not sure how Monty can hold this. Not sure how Monty can hold this. The problem is Monty's been slamming these big stacks into city after city that has walls with no catapults, which means he can capture them, but he takes big losses every time. Oh, does he have a catapult over here? No. No, he does not. Yeah, so, I mean, he captured these cities, but can he hold them? I'm not sure that he can do that. Suryavarman seems to have been getting the worst of these trades so far. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to walk into the middle of a Civ's territory and capture all their core cities. I mean, Liz is still just kind of racing along here. Oh my god, she built the Colossus and the Great Library. I mean, she's, again, I've said this before, she gets to turn 200 and gets to rifling tech. Either one of those. Turn 200 without being attacked, rifling tech at any point, I think she wins. I just think she wins at that point. Although that wouldn't be the worst for me because I have Mehmed second, and I like if Elizabeth wins and Mehmed second, I'm pretty content with that outcome. Because I don't think Suryavarman's winning the game at this point. Anyway. So Suryavarman has not quite gotten his capital back. It looks like he's going to lose. And the Parthenon too, my god. It looks like this city's probably going to fall, but then I suspect it'll get recaptured back. Here comes the next Monty stack, but like he's just losing a lot of units down here in the middle of nowhere. Because he's attacking into 50% cultural defenses at all points in time. Yeah, I mean, he got that city too. So basically he's like ruining Suryavarman's game, but he's kind of ruining his own game in the process. Like, what does he gain from capturing this city? Elizabeth got the music great artist there. Like, what is Monty really accomplishing here? He's certainly hurting Suryavarman, but I'm not sure he's really benefiting his own position much. Like, he's just wiping out all the infrastructure in these cities by capturing them. Look, there's like no infra. Again, every cultural building gets wiped out. Poor Suryavarman, man. I don't think he was expecting that. And like, how can he ever hold this city, Hari Haralaya? I mean, I guess he can cram more units in, but I don't see how he holds this city either long term. I guess he does have longbows. Maybe he can get some longbows in here, but it just seems very, very unlikely he's going to hold this city. And that's the problem with Monty, is he just, you know, he's so aggressive. By the way, is Mehmed plotting war? Nope, not at the moment. Elizabeth is not as well. She is, well, she's about to culture bomb with this. She has not spread Buddhism around that much. I thought she would because she has the shrine, but she has not done so far. I guess she's content with Christianity for the time being. Anyway, well, we still got this one. Yeah, Monty's having a good time. I think he is having a good time, but whether he's being effective is another question. He certainly did a lot of damage. But yeah, Mehmed's just kind of researching. I mean, Elizabeth is... Again, Elizabeth will probably ignore rifling tech for ages, just because that we know that's how the AI rolls. By the way, this city, Angkor Wat, is looking a bit vulnerable down here. But yeah, the Aztecs can certainly cause a lot of chaos in these games. Yeah, Suryavarman is starting to get... I mean, like, he just... like, his economy is starting to recover, but like, he just took so much damage from all this fighting. Yeah, he just got slammed with catapults in Hari Haralaya. A lot of injured units there. Monty just builds so many units. It's really hard to... Sometimes it's just hard to deal with them. That's the philosophy religion being built. And did this city get... No, she was moving the great artist up here, so I was expecting her to culture bomb one of these cities. This one, she culture bombed this city, Warwick, over here. For the moment, the only thing that's kind of interesting to watch is this struggle over this city over here. I can't say I was expecting to see this, Montezuma trying to fight deep in, deep, and I mean deep in, in Suryavarman's territory. So yeah, with Izzy in a weak position and Monty doing whatever, it's hard to see anyone other than Elizabeth or Mehmed winning from this position. Yeah, another religion for Liz. I mean, they're both just losing a lot of units here. I don't suppose Izzy's plotting war. No, she is not. All right, maybe she is. No, she is plotting war. Okay. Well, she doesn't like Monty at all. She actually likes Suryavarman more than Montezuma. That would be funny if she attacked Monty. Although I think Suryavarman would be a more likely target for her to go after. I feel kind of bad for Suryavarman. The diplomacy is just really broken against him in this game. Thanks to Monty just going absolutely crazy and attacking. All right. So we'll do the research check because we looked at the bar graphs recently. Suryavarman just has not been able to get his economy going the whole game. First, because he ignored pottery tech for way too long. I really feel like if he had gone for wheel earlier in the game, if he had just done wheel pottery on like turn 50 instead of turn 100, I really think he'd be dominating this game. But he just never researched researched wheel on like turn 70 and pottery turn 100. Like it just took so long. Elizabeth's at 292, and she's actually running the gold slider, so she can actually do better than that. Isabella 148. Yeah, she is interesting, and she's also running the gold. She has so much gold, she can just run 100% research if she wants. Mehmed is looking good. He's also running some gold too, so he's at 151. He's about equal with Isabella. And Monty's at 99. And that's it. But yeah, there's just this continuing fight here on both sides, trying to take this city back again. Okay, sure, we'll sign open borders. And then Monty's got some more elephants down here. Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. It declared on Elizabeth. Okay. Well, as I said, I did not see that coming. I'm wondering if that actually helps Liz in some way. Well, she's going to lose this city. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. By the way, Monty continuing to hate everyone in this game, except to some extent Mehmed. Mehmed will actually only declare war on Elizabeth right now, because as we know, he infamously does not declare war at pleased. So if we see him plotting war, we know the target. This will slow down Liz's teching a little bit. She is researching guilds though. So and she has Chichen Itza. I mean, I think she probably loses this city, but I'm not sure Isabella gets much further than this, and maybe even not, because this is very heavy on chariots, which do not do well against spears or longbows, but maybe. If you're curious in terms of their power rating, Liz is a lot more powerful. Like, a lot more powerful. And Monty is still holding this city for the time being. Monty's also higher in power, so he's probably... Yeah, he keeps moving up more units. And he's also trying to attack this city, Angkor Wat, too. Alright, well, let's see. Well, there's all the defenses down. Anything interesting going on over here? Just that this city's almost dead. It has one longbow in it, and then like a bunch of red-lined units. I suspect that this is going to get captured, but let's see. Not on that turn. A lot of injured units. Well, Civ4 finally took this city back, although there's, of course, more Montezuma units coming in. As Elizabeth builds the Sistine Chapel, too. Well, if she's going to go the cultural route, that would be the way to go. So Civ4 has finally recovered all of his cities. Now the question is, can he hold them against Monty? And Elizabeth is going guilds. Man's flipped. Where's that? People said that the city of... Where is that? Oh, over here. Gotcha. It flipped over. Okay, that was the last city. So Izzy, okay. Izzy's up to 6 cities now. She's never going to be a power, but still hanging in there. Now, is there enough left to finish off what's in here? I don't know. Izzy also has units riding to the defense. If it's going to fall, it's going to have to be on like this turn, because the longer this goes on, the more more Elizabeth can reinforce. I don't think that this is enough. I think she's got enough units up here that she's going to have reinforcements ready. Here comes the latest Monty stack. Civ4's healing up his stack. Well, someone is at least forcing Elizabeth to build some units. Again, the question as always is, well, Mehmed has a pretty large stack here. He is not currently plotting war. Not currently plotting war. Mainz. Oh, okay, I can see. The pronunciation's more like Mainz. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm doing more of I'm doing like a French pronunciation. You're right. So, okay, yeah, that attack did not work. So, there is the potential for the opposite effect too, right? Elizabeth turns and conquers Isabella. I mean, that's also a possibility too. If she took the, if she got this city with the double shrines and she became the holder of the Christian holy city, then she would never flip out of that religion, or at least not till she goes free religion later on. Yeah, I'm not as good on the German pronunciations. Like, this is Aachen, as I understand it. I've been there, and it's a really cool city to visit. But if in French, it's the Aix-la-Chapelle, but in German, it's Aachen. right on the border culturally between France and Germany. Anyway, Liz looks like she's got this under control. She has maces. Izzy does not have maces. She also has just unlocked guilds for knights. So Liz is looking better and better in this game. Did I see the big chair? No, I actually didn't see the big chair. I must have missed that one, unfortunately. So if you want drama in terms of who wins this game, you probably want Mehmed to attack Lizzie. If not, I think Lizzie is going to kind of walk away with this game. Isabella does have maces, does she? Oh, yeah, she does. Okay, I must have missed that. Yeah, Izzy's been teching reasonably well. But if Liz can't actually take territory over here, then this is just going to waste some of her time and production that could have been going towards teching. Because, like, if she can't build any more units, she'll just put all her cities on... God, she has a lot of wonders. How many wonders does she have in this game? England. Hagia Sophia went to Spain. England. Spain. All right, England. Almost every wonder in the game is controlled by either Spain or England. Anyway, so yeah, Monty is continuing to try to... Oh, Monty's got another stack over here. It looks like he's going to take this city back again because it's not really defended, and Monty's got a big stack hitting it. Again, Monty... I don't really think Monty's making himself stronger, but he's sure making Suryavarman weaker. Yeah, he's definitely making the Khmer weaker. Well, that's probably the best thing that Suryavarman could have done, was just get the heck out of this war. Even though it means he loses this city for the time being. He really needed to get out of the fighting here, just so he can recover. Now Monty's a free agent, and Monty freaking hates everybody, so you know he's going to go attack somebody else. He's actually furious with Elizabeth, and he's not even in a war with her at the moment. So he's going to go tearing off and attack somebody. So I guess we'll have to see who that is. And now Suryavarman can also join another war too. So the only ongoing conflict at the moment is between Isabella and Elizabeth, our two female leaders. The only ongoing war here. Here comes another Izzy stack. Well, that did not take very long. Monty, he just goes immediately, and just off we go. And this is why Monty's not going to win the game, you guys. I know there were some people like, wow, Monty actually is looking pretty good here, and I'm like, he's not going to win. He's insane. He makes too many enemies. But this is really good if you want Elizabeth to win the game, because this means Elizabeth will not be attacked by Montezuma, or by not be attacked by Montezuma, will not be attacked by Mehmed. It also means that Mehmed is probably going to direct future aggression at Monty, because Liz is just about going to be pleased, and Monty will be, yeah, not good. So, I mean, the odds of Lizzie winning this game just went up enormously. Just went up a lot right now. He still hates Lizzie more than Mehmed. Yeah, seriously. He's -9 with Mehmed, but he's furious with Elizabeth at -3. All right, I think this is a huge strategic mistake for Montezuma. I mean, look at the power bar graphs. This is not close. Also, Suryavarman is probably going to come back and redeclare war on. I mean, look at Suryavarman. Look at how everyone feels about Monty. Okay, so this is how they feel about Monty. -7, annoyed. -1, annoyed. -4, annoyed. -8, annoyed. Everyone hates this guy. This is why he's not surviving to the end of this game. He's just made too many enemies. So Mehmed will fight him, although Mehmed is probably going to take at least a couple turns to get his army ready. Again, I think his army is over here. Yeah, his army, he has 50 units in a stack. I think he was planning on using them against Elizabeth long term, but that's not going to happen now. So, yeah, okay. Does he even have a stack ready to attack a Mehmed city? Not really. Yeah, he's not even really in position to attack. All right, well, I think we're looking more and more likely like an Elizabeth first, Mehmed second, which I would be very happy with if we can get that. He did build the shrine for his religion, so that's something. Okay. And again, Elizabeth gets out of her war. Good for her. I mean, she was not really slowed down at all by that. Looking better and better for Elizabeth. As I said, the potential was always there for her to have a game like this. I just didn't think she'd get left alone this much. She's just been completely ignored. It's just what happened to Vicky in the last game. Vicky was just ignored the whole game. So anyway, yeah, Mehmed is moving his... Where's his big stack? Because he had it over here. Here it is. Yep, here it is. He's moving it somewhere. Where it is going, I'm not sure. But it's moving east. Just has yet to find a target. Sir Varman is not plotting war. Izzy is not plotting war. Okay, I can't imagine that Elizabeth is. Elizabeth's like, great, thanks. I'm going to go win this game now, okay? I'm just going to go do my tech thing. Let the other low piece weight units just fight it out. So yeah, Monty is like units kind of like randomly running around, but he doesn't have like a big concentrated stack. I guess this is it. This is what we have to watch. He's got, still, it's not huge. It's 14 units. He also has now emptied out the garrison of this city in order to put this together. Civ4 can use this time to rebuild. He did settle another city up there, and he might be able to take the Barb city. He's probably going to get this Barb city too. So if he gets both of the Barb cities, now I don't think Civ4 has a realistic chance to win because he's just taking way too much damage, but he can, you know, get back in respectable position, especially if he can take the Monty cities on his border down the road. Oh, Liz sent me a picture of Sydney. He's being a good boy upstairs, if you're curious. He's still hanging in there. He's an old guy now, but he's still hanging in there. He doesn't like to come downstairs here where I do the games, which is a bit of a shame. He doesn't like to come down here, but yeah. He's he's going to celebrate, we're going to celebrate his 11th birthday next month. We don't know his actual birthday, but it's sometime in August. So National Dog Day is in August. So we just use National Dog Day as his birthday, and that's towards the end of August. So yeah, he's going to be 11 this year. Still in good shape, still in good health. So we keep our fingers crossed that he stays that way for a long time yet to come. All right. Anyway, so where was that big stack that was over? Here it is. Here it is. Just trying to keep track of that. So here it is. Continuing to slide. Looks like it's going to go for Tlatelolco. And there's actually another. Oh my God. Mehmed has some big stacks here. Yeah, Surrey still has the no happiness problem. It's true. He has not been able to get to hereditary rule. He needs to get to monarchy tech. Did he finally manage to get there? He finally got there. Did he go into hereditary rule yet? Just out of curiosity. He's not in it yet. No, he's not in it yet. I suspect he'll flip into it soon. It's what he needs desperately. As soon as he gets that, he can start to solve his happiness woes. Yeah, we knew that the lack of happiness was a real problem. But I thought he'd be able to work around it. All right, so this city looks very dead because there's 60 units outside it. Also 8 catapults to bombard. Now, Monty's large stack was up here, but it hasn't reached a city just yet. Mehmed domination. I guess it's possible, but he'd have to fight. He'd have to conquer everyone except Elizabeth to do it. Okay, so Sir Varman got a Barb city. This city went from 60% defenses to 31%, so this city's definitely going down. It's not impossible to reach domination, but it's going to be tricky, especially because... so here's the reason why Mehmed's probably not going to win by domination. He doesn't declare war at pleased, so he won't fight Sir Varman ever, not as long as they have the same religion. And if he won't take Sir Varman's territory, he can't get to domination. It's just not happening. Anyway, this city is about to fall. And I think this might be the top of the power curve for... also, it looks like it looks like the invading stack that Monty brought in just got shredded by something that Mehmed had, because there's almost nothing left of it now. So, yeah, I think that Monty's about to be... I think we saw the crest of the wave for Montezuma, and I think that wave's about to come crashing back down to earth, because Mehmed is definitely a lot stronger, and Monty's just made way too many enemies. If Mehmed takes over all his territory, yeah, he'll be very strong, to say the least. But Lizzie might just be way too far ahead. Lizzie on liberalism? She might be. She's on education. Yes, she is, and she is not contested by anyone for this. Not contested by anyone. All right. So just see where Mehmed goes next. Because he's got the much, much bigger army right now. If you're curious, I think, yeah, Monty, that did not go well. That's a pretty pointy drop. Now he has less power than Sergei Varman and Isabella. And that city got auto-raised. Why Lizzie sent 3 knights around the entire world to go capture that is beyond me. But it was not size 2 yet, so it just got auto-raised. Probably a good thing for Sergei Varman that it was size 1. So Izzy or Elizabeth didn't grab this spot. So now it'll probably be settled by the Khmer. Probably. Hard to say. Let's just check in on our other individuals to see if any of them are plotting war. Elizabeth is not. Isabella is not. And Sergei Varman is not. Sergei Varman needs to repair his economy here. He needs to get in hereditary rule really badly. He's got more on. He's getting more happiness, but he's still getting there. He definitely should flip into hereditary rule. Okay. Meanwhile, let's watch. See if Mehmed goes on the offensive again. His big stack we saw was down here by Tlatelolco. Let's see. It's still healing there. He also appears to be trying to take this city because it's only defended by catapults and trebuchets, which do not make... Oh, Lizzie just went free religion. Okay, this is important because a lot of her diplomatic situation was based on being in Christianity with everybody else. Let's see how people feel about her now. So yeah, she's now down to... Sergei Varman's now cautious. Isabella's now cautious. Mehmed's down to annoyed. Yeah, that was being propped up just by the shared religion. So again, the question is, can Elizabeth get to rifles soon enough? Can she stay safe? I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, got a whipped longbow in here. Otherwise, that city would have fallen. Of course, it's being attacked by pikes and catapults too. Anyway, and the big stack is still healing in here. Has not moved out yet to the next target. So how long Mehmed is fighting Montezuma could be a big deal too, because if like the fighting takes so long that Lizzie just has rifles and is invincible, then Mehmed even not liking her is not going to matter. All right, the stack's on the move. There it goes. You know, all these units moving forward, and the city's defended by 2 longbows. That's so ridiculous. Building University of Sancourt and free religion. Well, she wanted to make sure no one else could build it. She just wanted it. It was for denial purposes, right? She just wanted that for denial purposes. That Khmer stack running around up there. Anyway, for the moment, there's no other wars going on, so we just keep watching this. I suspect Liz is going to take astronomy with her free prize. There goes that big stack again. Monty does not appear to have a stack on the map that I can see. Where is this stack going? Okay, oh, it's going to Vienna. Okay, another holy city. But this one does not have the shrine. Yeah, it does not have the shrine. How many? Okay, there's 5 catapults and 2 trebuchets. So let's see what free tech Lizzie took. Economics. She wanted the free great merchant. I should have guessed from the free great merchant popping up. Khmer or Khmer, not Khmer. Okay. Yeah, I do my best, but I don't get them all right, I know. All right. So Mehmed going for civil guilds. Lizzie's going to go for nationalism and build the Taj Mahal. She already popped a golden age. I believe she has the mausoleum for the extended golden ages. The question is just if Mehmed has all of his territory and all of Montezuma's territory, is that enough for Elizabeth to defend against an attack from him? And I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. Possible. So this city should fall. Yep. Mehmed's doing a pretty thorough conquest here, and guilds for knights will definitely help. He's also about to take this city. There's not much left here. Liz is definitely ignoring rifling tech, but I think that she'll probably be able to get there in time. That said, if Mehmed has just like an absurdly large empire, even rifling might not be enough to be completely safe. All right, this army's on the move again. There are no siege in this stack, which might actually be good if it just slams into Nuremberg that's not very well defended. But that is on a hill with a castle, so maybe not. Looks like Prague is going to fall next. Yeah, and then that city will almost certainly just get gifted over to the Khmer. Could Mehmed out-tech Lizzie? I mean, I think he might be able to keep pace if he's like double the size, but I don't know if he can out-tech her. I don't know if he can out-tech her, but if he's big enough, it might not matter. If he's big enough, it might not matter that Liz is way ahead. Because, like, if Mehmed can get to rifles and calves and Lizzie's on, like, factory infantry, if you just haven't, like, if you have just, like, 100 cavalry, you can still bulldoze your way through to targets. It's still very possible. All right, now there's another stack down here. There is some siege in this stack, too. So Mehmed's putting together multiple stacks now. And this stack does not have any. Where's this stack going? Oh, there's siege trailing behind, like one tile behind. This city is still not being bothered. All right, let's check back in to see if anyone's plotting war. Liz is not, unsurprisingly. Isabella does have enough on her hands, and Surya Varman is not. So who is Izzy want to go after? Well, she likes, it's apparently most likely either Elizabeth or Montezuma. Quick check, does Isabella declare war at pleased? Does anyone know? Does Isabella declare war at pleased real quick? I'm just curious if she's plotting, potential plotting for Surya Varman. She does? Okay. Yes, she does. So she might very well be going for Surya Varman. I know they're pleased, but they have an awful lot of border tension. That said, she could be going after Elizabeth again, or she could be plotting for Montezuma. I guess we'll just have to see. Okay. I guess we'll just have to see. I don't think that her declaring on Montezuma would do anything other than tick up the war declaration counter. Anyway, yeah, so this city's... There's her Taj Golden Age. So she's got Golden Age for quite a while. I don't see the counter on how long. I mean, she's just flying through the tech tree. If you're curious, here in Golden Age, she's at 700 beakers per turn, and Mehmed's... Okay, Mehmed's only at 250. So it's really not that close. But Mehmed's going to have, presumably, an absurd amount of territory by the time this war is over. And yes, he's about to unlock the Janissaries. A good unique unit against outdated opposition. Now let's see if he's smart enough to wait for the trebuchets to move up. Hey, there we go. There's the city we were just discussing. Mainz. Has Surya recovered yet? He's getting back in it. He finally was able to get happiness. Did he get into... Yeah, he finally got into hereditary rule, so now he can grow his cities. So he's starting to recover. And he's building ballista elephants, too, for what that's worth. Also has a fleet of workboats out exploring. So yeah, he's recovered a bit. But he just, like, took so much damage. It's hard to see him ever really being super competitive. He's like a second-tier power. He also lost so much infrastructure when all his... I mean, he lost, like, every core city. He lost... This went to the Barbarians at various points in time. This was captured by... Monty. Is still held by Monty. This was captured by Monty. He lost his palace in there. This city was held by Monty. Like, his palace is down here, and now he's had to rebuild all the infrastructure because he lost all those cities. Like, it's just taking a while. All right. Oh, never mind. I was like, did he wait for the siege to catch up? No, he didn't, and he just took the city anyway. And he's also about to take this city, too. I mean, Monty is dying pretty freaking fast in this game. I guess his power isn't... Well, maybe we have to wait one more turn for it to show up on the power graph. Elizabeth also I think, is going to get the Divine Right religion, too. Because I don't think anyone had researched that. Right? Didn't she get found the last religion? She might try to go culture here. Maybe. Or did someone already have that? Did someone already have the Divine Right religion? Maybe Isabella grabbed... No, Izzy got it? Okay. You guys are saying Izzy already got it. All right. Well, I mean, there's not that much left of the Aztecs. They're down to just 4 cities remaining. So Monty is very rapidly on his way out. And then it'll be up to what Mehmed wants to do, honestly. Really is going to come down to Elizabeth versus Mehmed in this game. Okay, and then this city was finally taken. As I said, I suspect this will end up in Surya Varman's hands soon enough because it's completely surrounded by his culture. He is still not plotting war. Izzy still is. And Elizabeth is not. Again, she's very peaceful as an AI leader. So for the time being, we'll just continue watching what's left of Monty. What's left of Montezuma there. One good thing for Isabella is as long as Mehmed is sharing the same religion, Mehmed will never attack her because you can see they're +9. So Izzy's pretty safe at the moment. Only if Mehmed gets into free religion could there be potential tension. Is Lizzie on rifle? I mean, she could be, but let's see her get to replaceable parts. Oh wow, no, she is. Wow, that's wild. I can't believe that she went for early rifling. Oh my god. That feels like it might be a game over situation right there. Wow, that is really smart. The odds of that happening, it feels like that was low. Yeah, the redcoats. I bet she's going there because she saw the redcoats and she wants her unique unit. Wow. Willem Gambit declined indeed. She did go for the early rifling. Wow. I mean, and we're about to hit turn 200 and she's about to have rifles. So this one might be over, you guys. It might just be who can get the second place and what other scoring objectives there are. This might just be a wrap. I mean, she didn't get a ton of cities, but I feel like she probably has enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 cities. That's like sometimes that's all a financial leader needs is just 5 cities. Although Mehmed going for early astronomy is pretty interesting. I won't say it's completely over because Mehmed's going to be really big. But it's her game to lose, I think. I think it's going to be her game to lose. Maybe if Mehmed gets big enough, maybe he can pose a threat, but maybe not, too. Financial alive, indeed. Maybe this is just the year of the high piece weight leaders. They just all seem to be either doing well or getting the breaks to go their way in these games. Problem is it could make for a very boring playoff field if it's just a whole bunch of high piece weight leaders that just sit back and tech. Yeah. No, she's going to have rifling before Mehmed's war is over. And so even though Mehmed's going to be really big, I'm not sure what he does. I think he would have to do is he's going to have to get to rifling tech himself. Maybe he can get to rifling before she gets to like factories and tanks. Oh, okay. Elizabeth, not content to sit back and wait. Elizabeth's going after Izzy. Okay. Well, kudos to her. Laying the smackdown. Okay. That was Elizabeth starting the war, right? Yes, that was Elizabeth. Even though Izzy's the one with a stack on the border. Uh-oh. Your timing for this war your timing is not good here, Isabella. Your timing is not good. Does Elizabeth have military tradition? She does not. She does have gunpowder. So she would need military tradition to build calves, but she does have redcoats. They're rather good against outdated early game units. Yeah, it was Elizabeth who started it. That's what I thought. It was just then I saw that stack of Izzy units on the border, and I was like, did I read that correctly? But yes, apparently I did. Well, so much for Izzy plotting. I mean, Izzy, it's the same thing as before, right? Izzy has a bigger stack, but it's outdated units. And Liz is going to reinforce the city. I don't think this is going to work, Izzy. I think this entire stack's going to die, and then Liz has free reign on your territory. Anyway, so Elizabeth has never swapped into Buddhism, which was good for her. And free religion definitely makes things more dangerous, but I mean, she got to rifling. That was the whole thing, is did she get to rifling? And she did. There's the Janissary, by the way. I know Link Mario Samus would have asked to see the unit if I didn't give us a chance to see it. Anyway, there goes the Holy City. I wonder if Mehmed would swap. Into Judaism because he captured the Holy City. Maybe. That's for down the road, though. Meanwhile, over here, Izzy is still bombarding this city, but because she stopped to bombard now, whereas there were like 3 redcoats before, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 redcoats and more on the way. This is not going to work. And Elizabeth is researching military tradition. Yeah, she kind of hit all the checkpoints she needed in this game. Maybe I should just say before the game starts why I don't think this leader is going to do well, because I said last week why I didn't think Victoria would do well, and then she won the game. And then this week I was like, here's why I don't think Elizabeth's going to do well. Of course, the big reason was I didn't think Elizabeth would be able to dodge aggression the whole game, but she kind of has. The only one who's attacked her has been Izzy, who's not very strong at all. Yeah, Monty has ignored her. Mehmed's ignored her. I think this game could have gone very differently, but anyway, so far so good for her. Izzy did actually... Okay, Izzy did kill most of the redcoats, so maybe Izzy is going to take this city at a very high cost to her. Maybe she is going to take this, though. Oh, never mind. Liz was able to reinforce. I guess the city will hold. Came close, though. Meanwhile, Monty is almost dead here. Congrats on bronze working. Is Mehmed on the road to steel? Probably not, but maybe he does have a militaristic tech flavor. He's on the road to military science, so he's going for the Grenadiers. Now, he is a long way away from rifles. Long way away. But he will have Grenadiers early on. So that is a unit that counters redcoats, although it loses horribly to cavalry. Quite a beeline up there. So yeah, this city got low, but Elizabeth was able to reinforce. She does move before Isabella, and it looks like she has her real stack about to arrive. Yeah, you know, and then this showed up. Okay. Nice try. I don't think that city will be falling anytime soon, and I think that stack is very, very dead. By the way, for Izzy, how about and there's only one trebuchet bombarding, so that's going to take a while. The main stack is over here, but they'll take Tlaxcala and then they'll march back over there. How about the heroes of this? What is this city? Kassite? Former Barb city? The heroes of this city, there were like 7 redcoats that defended against a monster stack. But now the cavalry has arrived and Izzy's stack is very, very dead. Or I thought they were. I guess they didn't bother to attack. They will sooner or later, though. Keep an eye on this because Mehmed is not quite in position to attack. All right. I guess they're still bombarding over here. Why are you have a humongous army parked 1 tile south of the city? Elizabeth, what are you doing? All right. Well, there it goes. Bye-bye, Izzy. Bye-bye, Izzy stack. So much for that. And yeah, more units are moving up over here. So until Elizabeth's ready to attack, we'll keep the focus down here. Tenochtitlan is slowly losing its defenses, but there's only 1 trebuchet bombarding right now. All right, here comes 4 catapults, 5 trebuchets, so this will not take much longer. Suryavarman still slowly getting back in this game. He's been able to rebuild his infrastructure here. It's been a wild game, and now he finally got access to luxuries. The other AI started trading them to him, and he did get this city back as expected. So it's been a wild game for Suryavarman, but yeah, he's not plotting war, which is probably the right decision. He still has a chance to maybe... If Elizabeth and Mehmed fight and one of them wins decisively, he still might have a chance to slip into a top 2 spot here. Because Monty's dying and Izzy could very easily be dead here too. Yeah, what happened to all those units that Isabella had? And they're dying very, very quickly. And yeah, now that there's finally siege up here, Monty's capital does not have much longer to last, and then he's just got 1 more city over there. I think Isabella lost a ton of power. I guess not that bad. There's the rifling spike, by the way, as Elizabeth researches communism now. But I think Monty's about to lose his capital, which is going to open up a lot of territory. Yeah, it'll be 1 more turn. This is going to open up a lot of territory for Mehmed, and then he'll take the last city shortly thereafter, just as soon as he can get units over here. So I know some people, again, earlier in the game were like, hey, Montezuma, he really might win this game. But I was like, that's Montezuma. The problem is he just makes too many enemies. Here's another issue for Elizabeth. She brought 1 catapult with this stack. Oh boy. Now, if she didn't have the catapult, she'd just attack and capture the city. But because she has 1 catapult, she's probably going to stop to bombard here. And, oh, never mind. Okay, I thought she would stop to bombard. She did not. She just went in. And that's the thing. When you have calves and rifles against longbows, they can just win. And so now Elizabeth has the Christian shrine as well, the world's most practiced religion. She should really convert out of free religion because everyone else in the game is Christian, but she's not going to do that. She would actually pick up huge diplo benefits from swapping back to Christianity, but no, she'll stay with free religion. It's pretty bad for her to be in free religion. Little note: the Khmer did eventually sign. Wait, do they not have open borders? Does the Khmer not? Does Oh, Elizabeth does not have. She doesn't have open borders with anyone. Wow, she is not well liked by the rest of the field. Look at that. Yeah, look at this. Annoyed, furious, annoyed, annoyed. Fortunately for her, everybody else is kind of getting to the point where they're irrelevant, because what can they really do against rifles? Not much. Not much, for what that's worth. She's going to have nukes by the time they dogpile her? Maybe. She is on physics right now. Anyway, well, Mehmed does have grenadiers, and he's running the... Okay, are you going to move on this last city, buddy? Or are you going to waste time upgrading every unit to grenadiers? I think he's doing a lot of upgrades. Anyway, Elizabeth is moving forward here, trying to cut her way through Isabella's territory. There's no siege in here. I don't know if she has enough to bully her way in. Even redcoats have trouble attacking an 80% on a hill target. She did build the Kremlin, so that's nice. Not that the AI knows how to use the Kremlin effectively. Let's see if she can take this city. Well, not with those units. Not yet, at least. It looks like they got hit with siege and they stopped to heal. That's smart because now there's more units coming up. Hopefully she will not wait to bombard with catapults. Anyway, there we go. There's Mehmed's stack finally moving up. Yeah, it is possible she goes culture. If she goes culture, then she legitimately could die, because she really needs to keep her foot on the pedal and she has to stay ahead in tech. She cannot fall behind in tech in this game. Oh no. The one catapult disaster. She's stopping to bombard the city, even though she could easily just capture it by attacking. Oh boy, the one catapult siege of death. All right. Well, anyway, Mehmed is about to take this last city. Does he also have a one catapult siege of death? Nope, he brought a lot of siege. Anyway, she's on steam power right now. Her teching is just out of control. But we bid farewell to Montezuma, who did Montezuma things, and he Montezuma'd well in this game. I love how the fact that like he would sign peace and literally the next turn he would declare war. Like literally the next turn a war would break out again. Monty, don't ever change. He just makes too many enemies in these games. All right, let's go ahead and fill in the numbers for Monty. All right, well, he was already last in order. He is out on turn 222. Hopefully I can avoid messing that one up. Game 7, turn 222. Kill goes to Mehmed. 2 kills now for Mehmed in this game. Not bad. Not bad, and he's in good shape for a top 2. No contest implications, but fantasy, we pick up a point for Mehmed on Henrik's team. And then we read out the Montezuma, who unfortunately did not score any points for Amikalola. But I think it's fair to say Monty is probably going to be first to die in at least some of these games because of how erratic his behavior is across these games. Is Liz on the path to infantry? I think she has a ways to go to get there. Or I could be wrong. Well, no, she's on the road to railroad. She's hitting the bottom of the tech tree. I mean, if you want to see how far ahead she is, so like this is where she is, right? She's just like communism physics. Mehmed is the next closest. This is where he is on the tech tree. She's literally a dozen techs up on him. But he is going military tradition, so he's going to have cuirassiers and he's got grenadiers, so he has some pretty good units. I mean, he is missing paper and education though. So the question will be, where does he go next? Lizzie is fighting this war, and unfortunately for her, oh, never mind. I guess she got some more siege in her stack. And it looks like we just had a war started with, looks like Surrey Varman just declared war. Going to see if he can probably vulture some spoils here. I don't think he's going to get a lot, but if he might be able to get Cordoba. I think that's all he's going to get. But hey, one city is better than none. Wait, never mind. She doesn't have catapults. She has frigates. She has frigate power. She has frigate power. And this city has, what is the Hagia Sophia? One of these cities had the Great Lighthouse, but she already has corporation tech, so that won't matter. That's already obsolete. Those frigates can bombard out the defenses for Surrey Varman, too. All right. Well, there's a lot of low units there. She might actually not have enough to capture this. She might Oh, there we go. Okay. We stop screwing around with nonsense in the north. This is the game is going to be determined right here. Mehmed declared war on Elizabeth. Well, he's shooting his shot, and this is the right moment to do it while Elizabeth's got all her units up there in the north. No, this is the right moment to do it because Elizabeth's units are all up here in the north. And Mehmed does have, I mean, he does have a lot of grenadiers. Okay, now where is his main stack? Did he at least take the time to move it over by Elizabeth, or is it still over here? You know what? I think, no, his main stack is kind of over here. I think he might have been bought into this war by Isabella. I think Izzy bought him in. Didn't I update the war counter? It's 9 wars? Okay. People are saying it's 9. Yeah, I guess he was bought in. Okay, so the timing's not quite right. Okay, thanks for that, you guys. I guess the timing's not quite right, but if he's ever going to win, this is probably the best moment to do it in. He does have a major power edge, and Elizabeth does not have a lot of cities. Remember, not a lot of cities for Elizabeth. She has a bunch of them on research right now. If he can snipe a couple cities, I mean, he has like double her size. So if he's ever going to do this, it's got to be now. Like in particular, if he could snipe, I mean, I guess he's got units over here by Warwick. I mean, Grenadiers do decently against Redcoats, but he's got to get through the defenses. And he doesn't have cannons, does he? Mehmed, right? He doesn't have steel. No, he doesn't have steel tech. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I still think Elizabeth's in reasonably good shape, but it's possible. It's possible. Elizabeth knocked the defenses down really low. Oh, and she took the border city there. Okay. Yeah, Suryavarman has just been a little too slow to move. I think if he had moved forward one turn faster, he would have gotten Madrid. But I'm pretty sure Elizabeth gets it on this turn. Oh, did she stop to bombard the city? Did she stop to heal? I think she did. Maybe Suryavarman does get this. Because there's like nothing. I think Suryavarman moves before Elizabeth. All right, she burned a turn in anarchy here. Mehmed, I'm still waiting to see when he has a big stack moving forward somewhere. Because his units are still making it back from the east. I mean, he had a little stack at Warwick, but that got cleaned up. Elizabeth has airships, and she is going steel. Is Mehmed going rifling tech? Just printing press so far. Just printing press so far. But I do think that Suryavarman's going to be the one to take Madrid here. Yeah. So Liz did all the work, but she didn't capture the city. Liz did all the work, but didn't capture the city. That's a nice prize there. Definitely a nice prize. And then this city is now almost certainly going to be taken by the Khmer. The defenses are even nicely being taken out by Elizabeth. So far, the only thing she's taken is Barcelona, which is pretty valuable because it's the double shrine city. Oh, that's not true. She also took this city, but this is going to be almost impossible for her to hold too. It just has like a big garrison trapped in there at the moment. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for Mehmed. He's got units coming from over here. By the way, what is up with this? Why is there just a hole? Like, somebody drop a city in here. Anyway. First to die was Charlemagne, for the question that was asked. So anyway, Suryavarman quietly getting back a little bit in this game. Again, he's still kind of a second-tier power, but, I mean, he's doing better than Isabella and Montezuma, that's for sure. All right. Still looking to see... I should probably just refresh the map. Looking to see if we're going to... where and when we're going to see Mehmed's big stacks, because they're still on their way from the east. I guess he's got a couple cities. Some units poking around down here. Liz just does not have a lot of cities, so she really cannot afford to lose any of her core cities. Well, Cordoba is very dead. No question about that. A lot of, I mean, part of the problem, too, is a lot of Elizabeth's army is way up here, and it's still fighting Isabella, which is not where she needs her units at all. Did we see anything crazy in terms of power? Just not so far. No big clashes between the two of them yet. Izzy's just dying. Suryavarman's power is starting to tick up. So Cordoba will be taken. Yeah. Suryavarman, again, getting a little bit stronger. I mean, he's had just an absolutely bizarre game, but Like now, look at his capital. It's size 19. He also has a lot of emancipation unhappiness. And yeah, now it's not much left of Izzy. She just has 2 cities left at this point. Check unit count. That's a good suggestion. Let's do that. So overall, Suryavarman has 131 units. Elizabeth has 80. Okay, so her army is very highly promoted, or very advanced, but not a lot of units. Only 87 units. And Mehmed has 218 units. So his army is like 2.5 times the size. Elizabeth just has much better tech-wise units. But is that enough, or is she... Like, is that going to be enough, though, is the question. If Mehmed rolls over Elizabeth, which he's a long way from doing, he has taken 0 cities. Domination is in play for Mehmed, because Lizzie's territory would get him very close. Suryavarman does not have that much territory right now. Suryavarman has 27, but yeah, Suryavarman does not have enough. If Mehmed got all of Elizabeth's territory, he would have enough to win by domination. Grenadiers are terrible against machine guns. They're only good against rifles. They're awful against machine guns. And Liz is about to unlock machine guns. So Mehmed has to hit with huge, overwhelming numerical edge because tech-wise, he can't really do much against machine guns. But I mean, if Liz only has like 4 or 5 units in each city, could be enough. Now, where is Mehmed's big stack? We know he has huge stacks of units. It's just, where are they? I think he's building his stack here, I think. I think he wants to go for Warwick, but that's also very well defended by Elizabeth. He's slowly trickling them in, indeed. That's why I've been watching up here, because it's been easier for me to just see what's going on up here. This city is also going to be very hard to defend because it doesn't control its own first ring. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is a decent-sized stack, but, I mean, Argenis, I don't think he has enough here. He has to drop the defenses at a bare minimum. I don't know. It's just going to be hard getting through Lizzie's defenses. It really is. Like, he's certainly not going to take that city with 80% cultural defenses in operation. Like, that's just not happening. I mean, he tried. He killed some units, but not very many. He definitely needs to get a way to knock down those defenses. He really needs steel for cannons quite badly. But instead, he's off on the scientific method part of the tech tree. I don't know why he's going there. Yeah, he needs steel super duper badly. But he's not heading in that direction. Sharkfin, I mean, that was not a good fight for Mehmed. You can see he lost a fair bit, and he didn't really dent Elizabeth at all. Meanwhile, Elizabeth, or what's her name? Isabella is still dying up here, so that's why I'm trying to keep an eye on this. Prague, Mehmed. Wait, what? I didn't even... Apparently Elizabeth captured this city. Okay, that is not something I was watching. Not something I was keeping an eye on. Liz texted me waiting on pins and needles for a Lizzie victory. He's on pins and needles waiting for a Lizzie victory. Liz hasn't won a game, I think, since Season 2. She won some games very early in AI Survivor, but has not done so recently. I mean, yeah, she's... Like, I know that Mehmed's got way more units, but he actually has to, like, he actually has to do it. He has to get into her territory and capture cities. Anyway, now it looks like we're down to the final city for Isabella. And I think it's going to be taken by Suryavarman, especially with Liz bombarding the defenses here, trying to tee this up. Oh, and there it is. Elizabeth made peace with Mehmed. Okay. Well, that was kind of a short war. She gave Prague back, but yeah, I mean, that's what Elizabeth wants. She just wants to get out of warring. I think Mehmed didn't really want to fight that war. He was just kind of bought in. Remember, he was just bought into the war by Isabella. So it feels like he didn't really want to fight that war. We'll look more at the diplomacy after this is over. But yeah, after Izzy's gone, which she should be gone in like a turn or so. I think Suryavarman's going to get this kill. He just has to attack. There's like no defenders here. Let's see, though. And the defenses are just about gone. I'm surprised it's actually lasted this long. I mean, now Lizzie's on an assembly line now, which is kind of wild. Okay. So we bid farewell to Isabella. And we're down to just 3 leaders at this point. All right, let's fill those details in. So Isabella is next down. She is out on turn 239. I did remember to put this on the screen so you could see it. Yes, 239. Game 7, turn 239. And the kill goes to Suryavarman. Okay, so for fantasy purposes, Suryavarman, point for Kajatlaik, and Isabella is out. Did not score any points for Bellamorph, unfortunately. All right, back we go. Okay, so overall game situation. Oh yeah, and I had to mark. I marked the kill for Suryavarman. Okay. Diplomatic situation. We only have 3 leaders left, so this should be relatively straightforward. Suryavarman is friendly with Mehmed. Mehmed is pleased with Suryavarman. They will not fight each other, so they just won't fight each other at all. Suryavarman is annoyed with Elizabeth. Mehmed annoyed with Elizabeth. Elizabeth is cautious with Suryavarman, annoyed with Mehmed. So it's really these 2 leaders against Elizabeth. It's really the 2 of them against her. The problem for them is even though Elizabeth does not control that much territory, she did actually pick up some additional. She picked up a few additional cities worth of territory up here. She got 3 cities. This one's kind of useless, but Barcelona will be quite nice when it pops. Barcelona is actually going to control almost all the tiles in this area. So she did gain a little bit of territory. It took her from 10 cities up to about 13 cities. And she's about to hit assembly line. I'm not sure that they can ever overcome her tech lead at this point. She doesn't really have that much further to go to finish the tech. I think she can finish the tech tree in like another 50 turns. So can either of them really stop her? I'm not sure that they can at this point, but we'll see. And she's got 2, right? She's got the Shrine City too for even more income. The borders should reestablish themselves here any moment now. This really weird. Yeah, she got a double holy city here. I mean, she just researches so fast. Yeah, look at that. So this city just by itself controls like the whole area. Toledo might go over to the English long term anyway. So we'll see if they plot war, but I'm just not sure that they can really stop Elizabeth. In fact, I would say that there's a real chance that like if Mehmed attacks Elizabeth again, he might get knocked out of first. Like he could actually drop below Suryavarman in terms of score if Lizzie starts taking cities. Okay, well, he can't declare war on Suryavarman. Or he can't declare war on Elizabeth because they're in enforced peace right now. I can't really see him plotting war against Elizabeth, and he won't plot against anyone else. So, yeah, we'll see. But it's just Elizabeth has such a strong economy. It's just, I don't know. She's about to have factory production too. Like she's a full era ahead at this point. How strong is her culture? Reasonably strong. London, York, and Hastings. So she could go culture too. That would be a big mistake. But yeah, I mean, her culture's pretty strong too. I wouldn't be shocked if she did. It's true because she gains a bunch of holy cities, didn't she? How many holy cities does she have now? Okay, Taoism, she has that 1. Confucianism, she has that 2. Buddhism, 3. Hinduism, 4. Islam, that she does not have that. Christianity, 5. She has 5 holy cities, 5 of the 7. That's a lot. 5 of the 7. She might very well turn on the slider. That would bring real danger into the game because that would give the rest of the leaders time to catch up. I think if she just stays on research, I don't think that they can really stop her at that point. Worst enemy of Elizabeth. But anyway, we'll just keep next turning until someone declares war. I mean, Suryavarman is not really a factor, but Mehmed certainly is. I guess the 2 of them together could no, but like what are knights and elephants going to do against freaking infantry? Like what are they going to do? There's no way they could do it. And Elizabeth doesn't have to conquer territory. All she has to do is just defend her own cities. That's all she needs. I mean, these leaders don't like her very much, but I mean, she just has to defend what she has and keep pushing down the tech tree, and this is her game to lose. Yeah, we'll see at plastics. That would be the one. We'll see at plastics if she goes culture or not. That tends to be the one. I mean, Mehmed is belatedly picking up rifling, and Suryavarman might be on that path as well. Liz said she got up to let Sydney out for a walk, and he just laid down. All right, so Suryavarman is not on rifling. Again, this is where Suryavarman is. He has like a couple of Renaissance techs. Mehmed has most of the Renaissance, although he still has to go the whole education line, and then the whole scientific method line. And then Elizabeth has everything in the Renaissance and about half the modern era. At this point, she's picking up biology, and then we'll see. And then she just needs the modern era. Sydney took Liz's spot on the couch. He always wants the best spot on the couch, and he fights with Liz for the spot on the couch. All right, Mehmed getting into modern civics, getting out of that emancipation unhappiness. If you're curious about the beaker comparison, so Suryavarman's at 300 beakers per turn, although he is upgrading some units right now. Mehmed's at 604. Elizabeth is at 1,000. And she's also running the slider, too. She's also upgrading as well. So she's probably more like 1,200 beakers, really. Anyway, thanks for subscribing, Dark Kuno, and for being subscribed for so long. So we're on turn 250. If Liz stays on the spaceship path, I think she wins around turn 290 to turn 300 if she stays on the spaceship path. If she goes culture, I have no idea exactly when she finishes. So we're just kind of waiting to see if something happens, if someone starts plotting war or whatnot. We can actually do the turns a lot faster at this point because there's only 3 leaders and there's no wars going on, so there's not anything in particular to watch. We can check in to see if he's plotting war at all. All right, we've got that we have enough on our hands right now. I mean, there's only one person he can be plotting on, so he wants to come back for another round, apparently. And we got double we have enough on our hands right now, so apparently they're going to try. Apparently they're going to give it the old college try and see. I mean, it's their only chance is they got to try. And like Mehmed's power is higher than Elizabeth, but he's still got to crack these cities, which is going to be awfully tough to do against infantry. I mean, Cavs, I guess, are okay against infantry. They're not good, but they're like okay, I guess. But like they're not good. Still, this time at least Mehmed is preparing for war. I mean, he picked up rifling, so now his cuirassiers can become Cavs. Grenadiers are utterly useless against infantry, though. Like, completely useless. Sorry, and yeah, Suryavarman does have a stack that's kind of trapped up there. Anyway. So he's upgrading all his units there. All right, wait, Suryavarman started it off first. Oh, boy. I don't know about that, Suryavarman. That feels very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay, maybe it's an Elizabeth dominant. Maybe this ends in an Elizabeth domination victory. Probably not, though. And the reason is Elizabeth, if she gets in, if she's, she would probably peace out pretty easily. Now, this city up here, I think, is pretty doomed, although she does just have 3 catapults. This city looks pretty doomed. I don't know about the destroyers. Sorry. All right, well, we're not joining your war. Yeah, the problem is this city is not going to be able to hold. So, like, you know, you can go and capture this city, but, like, how are you going to defend against Elizabeth's units here? If you're Suryavarman, you better hope that Mehmed comes and joins this war soon, because you are not up to the task of fighting Elizabeth 1v1. Yeah, that I mean, like, you can maybe take this city, but you're just going to lose this one over here. And then now these cannons are banging on Madrid. I mean, there's still longbows and muskets defending the cities of Suryavarman. It's just such a lopsided fight in terms of the techs. Yeah, I mean, he took 1 city, but he just lost 2 cities. So what was the point of that? I guess just ticking up the war declaration counter. I guess. I think Liz has hit the point where the others can't really stop her at this point. I really don't think so. I mean, well, did inflict some damage, I'll say that. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm really having trouble seeing. Oh, and there we go. Mehmed started his war too. Okay. I guess I should have been watching. All right. No more wars. We're at 11. Let's just stay here. Let's just stay here, you guys. We'll stay at 11. Okay. Where's Mehmed's army? So he's Toledo. Oh, where? Wait. Oh, Toledo. This city up here was recaptured. Okay. Well, it's 2v1. So there's a small force attacking here. Although Cuirassiers are not going to do much against that. Let's see. Here? No. I think the main army is attacking here from Mehmed. It's hard for me to tell, though. Mehmed was the highest in power rating. Yeah. Okay, Liz kind of taking it on the chin so far in this war. Kassite, thank you. Kassite's where it is. Ah, yes, thank you. Kassite is the focus. Okay. You know, this is not a bad spot for Mehmed to pick strategically, because he kind of cuts off all of the Spanish conquests if he takes this city. That's not a bad spot to pick if he can successfully capture it, which I still think he will, because this is where his big stack is. Did he bombard? Okay, also took that city. Okay. And again, Elizabeth has a lot of her army up here fighting Suryavarman. So if you're Mehmed, this is actually going quite well for you, because you got Elizabeth to go send her army to go fight the, frankly, kind of irrelevant Suryavarman, while you're hitting, while your army is not really getting touched so far. All right, I guess it's going to take a couple turns to bombard that. Mehmed really would benefit from getting steel, like would really benefit from steel tech, because it's taking forever for him to knock down these defenses. All right, a lot of fighting going on somewhere. It's a very long inner turn. Like a very long inner turn. What is going on? Okay. Did anything get captured that turn? I didn't think so. A lot of fighting somewhere, though. Yeah, a lot of Elizabeth's army is up here. If we're curious about the unit count, again, just... So Suryavarman, the weakest, has 94 units. That's not a lot. Mehmed has 250 units, and Elizabeth has 75. Okay. Mehmed has like triple her unit count, but of course his units are much more outdated. A lot more outdated. This is still probably where the main fighting is going to take place here at around Kassite. So in terms of turn order, Suryavarman goes first, then Elizabeth, then Mehmed, in terms of who goes when. Is Elizabeth building units? She is building units. Like, she's not just sitting on research right now. She has correctly recognized that this is like the important moment that she has to win. So yeah, it's infantry against rifles and calves, and this city's defenses have gotten knocked down. Elizabeth having artillery is definitely a big plus, though, because she can knock down defenses super fast. Over here, Suryavarman is trying his best with cuirassiers again, but it's really rough against infantry, artillery, and machine guns. It's pretty rough. I'm not sure he's going to have that much success. He's also getting killed by Emancipation. And oh, that's right. And Statue of Zeus. Statue of Zeus is a big factor, too. I don't know what cities the Statue of Zeus is in. Wow, that's a lot of wonders. Okay, it's in London. Statue of Zeus unhappiness is a real issue as well. Yeah, how are the trades going? Good question. Not great for Elizabeth so far, although worst for Suryavarman, unsurprisingly, because his units are even more outdated. But I think a lot of Liz units just died there in Kassite, and did just split Elizabeth's territory into two pieces. So that's, as I said, it was kind of strategically a good location to hit. So yeah, there were quite a few units in there. So now there's like this English pocket up here, and we'll see. I wanted to wait one turn to see the graphs advance. I'm curious where Mehmed sent his stack next. Let's see. Yeah, that was a big hit, and Mehmed didn't really lose anything. This stack, without siege to drop the defense, this stack is not going to do anything. There's also some units running around down here, but all they've really done is promote the defenders. Mehmed desperately needs better siege units. He needs steel so badly right now. Now, like, he can't just rely on catapults and trebuchets at this point. Yeah, I mean, he's a good way behind. So, like, what's the next unit Elizabeth wants? She actually can research. She's 2 techs away from tanks. She just needs electricity industrialism. That would be really big. The fact that they can attack twice per turn would help her a lot. Rocketry's not going to do anything for her. I hope for her sake she goes electricity industrialism next, because that would be pretty important. Anyway. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, but without siege to drop defenses, there's you just can't take these cities. They're too well defended. Although this city, actually, hold on. This city just has artillery and cavalry in it. What? None of them get defensive bonuses. Are you kidding me? Did Liz just forget to put a defensive unit in here? This stack actually can take this because the 80% is irrelevant if there's no infantry in here. What is she doing? Well, she does move first before Mehmed, so she will have a chance to reinforce this. It's on the railroad line. But she didn't defend it well enough. Okay, Suryavarman made peace. Just got out of that war. He didn't really gain anything from that war. Maybe Mehmed just punched through, yeah. I mean, he's going to, unless like 8 infantry jump in here, he's going to get this city too. And this is a core city of Elizabeth. Like, she cannot afford to lose these cities. Oh my God, oh my God, there has to just been massive losses on both sides. Although I think Mehmed pulled a bunch of his stack back when he could have easily taken this. There's like nothing left. I think he pulled his whole stack back. He was ready to take this and then he just moved back. But now Liz will reinforce. Yeah, that was a mistake by Mehmed. He definitely could have taken that. And he lost this city too. I thought he was about to take 2 cities, but then he lost the one that he had. Yeah, Kassite's back in English hands. Didn't have a chance to refresh the map. I thought for a second that Mehmed had really achieved a breakthrough there, but then he kind of bungled it. Yeah. Well, Elizabeth does look like she's on the tanks path here too. Tanks would be really good. Tanks, because they have the innate blitz ability, makes them so good against outdated units. Oh my God, what are these elephants doing here? Yeah, the artillery are really hurting Mehmed too. I don't know. I'm just not sure if I just don't know if he can break through here. The tech disadvantage, like she's about to unlock tanks. The tank disadvantage, like the unit disadvantage is just so enormous for Mehmed. And Liz has stayed on the, has not gone culture. She's stayed on the tech path. We still don't know if she's going to flip over to culture when she gets to plastics, because that's when they always flip over. But like the tech disadvantage is just so massive. It's really hard. Really, really hard. And like there's no siege in this stack. There's no way to drop the borders. That said, there's not a lot of real units in here, but like Mehmed has to just suffer the most horrific slaughter when he just attacks without dropping it. Like he took the city, but he had to have lost a ton of units. I don't know. It's hard to say. It does feel like this game is kind of go either way. But Mehmed not having a way to drop defenses is just really makes it rough. Elizabeth can reinforce so easily along the railroads. Do AIs flip to culture during wars? They're less likely to. I think they can, but they're less likely, I think. Okay, there's some kind of siege unit hitting this because it's at 44%. Again, mostly Elizabeth needs to put some actual infantry in here. She's got so many calves, and the calves do not get the defensive bonus. So that city could fall because it's almost entirely calves on defense. As we said, they do not get all the bonuses. But that one infantry is up to 18 experience. Looks like this city is going to hold. I think Mehmed is just paying through the nose in blood in this war. His war awareness has to be catastrophic at this point. It's pretty high. He's starting to lose an awful lot of... losing a lot of population because he's so unhappy. That said, any city's build queue he can take away from Elizabeth is big because she has so few of them. Any city that gets captured is really a big deal because she then can't build units out of it. Another big city. This city, Hastings, only has 1, 2, 3 real defenders. Artillery and calves don't really count. It is on a hill, though. There's a lot of cuirassiers up there. It looks like Castite has held for the moment. One thing these units did do, though, is they kind of pillaged all the roads, so there's no more reinforcements coming in. The Spanish conquests are legitimately helping Elizabeth a lot right now, because she can like one-turn infantry and calves out of these cities. And she's about to unlock tanks, because industrialism's about to pop out of here. All right. Let's see. Oh, boy, another city went down, though. Another city just went down for Elizabeth. That's not good. And then there was a shrine in there, too. All right. Well, she's on plastics tech. She's on plastics tech. I mean, is Mehmed starting to get over the hump here? Elizabeth can build... Now, she does have oil, right? She has an oil resource here. Is that her only oil? Just out of curiosity. She has an offshore... Okay, well, she has an offshore one, and she's researching plastics. So she'll be able to connect this once she has plastics. So, okay. Yeah, oil's always the key modern resource. But, like, that's a bad city to... Like, she just lost two kind of important cities here. And she can't really reinforce... I don't know. I mean, she'll be getting tanks out right now. Has she lost enough, or can she hold on here? It's really a tense game as far as which one of them is going to win it. I keep going back and forth, and I'm just not quite sure. Anyway, we had a request to see the graph for power again. So, I mean, they've both taken some big losses. So, in terms of our unit count, that's Surrey Varman. She's only on 65 units. And Mehmed's on 192, so he has triple her unit count. But of course, she has tanks, and he's still not that close. Although I think he's pushing towards, factories at this point because he's on steam power. I keep saying this, but he really needs steel as the tech he needs. All right, London is like the god tier city. If London falls, I don't think Elizabeth's winning this game because she has just every wonder imaginable in this city. This is an incredible city. But again, there's no way to drop the defenses here. It is on flat ground. It's not on a hill. I mean, if London falls, then might be game over for Mehmed. How many units does he have? He doesn't have that many. Well, he's got an 18 stack and a 28 unit stack, so he has about 50 units in this stack. How many defenders are there here? Oh, that's very heavy on artillery. Artillery do not get defensive bonuses. Elizabeth, just build infantry. I don't know. That might be enough to take London. And Mehmed's on assembly line. So he is going for that. Mehmed just following the Montezuma playbook of just slamming units in here. All right. I think this might be the key turn of the game here. If this stack attacks and captures London, I think Mehmed's going to win the game. But if Mehmed's whole stack just dies, Lizzie might be able to hold here. Maybe. Yeah, Liz has the opposite problem of the AI not making enough siege. All right, let's see what's going to happen. Did he attack? He did attack with at least some of the units. He attacked with at least some of them. I still see an awful lot of artillery and infantry there. What I was not expecting was inconclusive result. Was not expecting that. Now we're starting to see the tanks pop up. And it looks like the city is held from what I can see. So it looks like Lizzie was able to hold steady here. Oh my god. Well, we said it might be a decisive turn. That looks like it might have been a decisive turn. Wow, okay. That might have been a decisive turn right there. If the tanks and artillery are now able to clean up this stack, Lizzie might... Oh, wow. And that whole stack just got wiped. Whole stack was wiped. That might have been enough. Because Mehmed's war weariness is also catastrophic at this point. He's got 10 unhappy faces in this city. How about his capital? He has 18 unhappy faces from war weariness. His economy is crashing. The war weariness is so bad that his economy is starting to just collapse here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not sure that this is going to be enough. He actually lost even more the second turn after the first. Yeah, look at that. That is now he actually has lower power than actually has lower power than Elizabeth now. I think she's done it. I think she's managed the hold. Like, and this was a close run thing, but I think she's done it. I think she's managed it. Now, maybe if she flips into culture mode, it's different, but I don't think she's going culture. I think she's going to stay. I think she's going to stay in the research mode, because I think she would have flipped. I think she would have done it by now. Yeah, she just recaptured Warwick now. If you're Mehmed, I think you might want to get peace like right now. I think it might be advisable to get peace like now. Or else you're in a lot of trouble, Mehmed. Might be time to start looking for peace, because I don't think you're going to be able to hold Hastings. It's like, that was the moment, right? Mehmed had a stack with 50 units outside London. It was like, is he going to take this, or is the dam going to burst? And it feels like maybe Mehmed, just as Montezuma earlier in the game, we were like, this is the high water mark for Montezuma. Just as Monty hit kind of a high water mark earlier in the game and then came crashing down, we might have had that happen for Mehmed as well. We might have had that happen for Mehmed. Because tanks are really, really, really strong against outdated units, because they can attack twice. They have the 28 base strength and they can attack twice, because like they can kill a rifle and like barely take any damage and then attack again and kill another rifle. So they just punch so far above their weight in these fights. One good thing for Mehmed though is he Elizabeth does have kind of a glass jaw when it comes to fighting. She is very likely to peace out and get out of this war rather than just try to conquer Mehmed. It is very likely for that to happen. Boy, his war weariness is so bad right now. 19 war weariness. Oh my god. So Elizabeth is more, I mean, it's not guaranteed. She could potentially flip this around and go a conquering, but she's much more likely to sign a peace treaty than some of these other leaders, because she doesn't really like fighting. She always wants to get out of wars just because of the way she's programmed. So yeah, and like you can see, she's not exactly prosecuting this war that, I guess she's building more tanks, but she hasn't like started taking a lot of Ottoman cities yet. I mean, that might be coming. She has pulled ahead of Mehmed in score, because Mehmed is so unhappy. Although it looks like Hastings is about to get picked up again here. Oh, by the way, if we have a... Is it possible that Mehmed could win via diplomacy? Does he and Surrey of Armand have more votes than Elizabeth? I don't think Elizabeth has enough to stop a Diplo victory. I think Mehmed could actually win via diplomacy. I think that actually is possible here. Maybe. Well, we'll see. All right, so Elizabeth was able to take that back. So she has regained control of her whole territory at this point. And she is now decisively ahead of Mehmed in power. And Surrey of Armand is like, I am, oh, well, we got enough on our hands right now. Are you sure you want some of this, buddy? Are you sure about that? I don't know if you want to be joining this war. I think 11 wars is a great place to stop. I think 11 wars is a great place to stop. Anyway, but by the way, this game might go on for a little while, because Elizabeth is not close to launching the spaceship right now. She still has a ways to go. Still has quite a ways to go in terms of techs, because she's not exactly researching that fast, because she had to stop to fight this war. She has about the whole modern era to go. I had said earlier if she had stayed at peace, I thought she'd do like a turn 300 spaceship. Now that does not look like that's happening, because she's a ways away. She's actually probably has a better chance of going for domination. Yeah, Mehmed. So Mehmed did get to, Mehmed managed to get to assembly line. So the fact that he has infantry does mean it's going to be a lot harder for Elizabeth to advance on offense. Because tanks absolutely shred infantry, but or tanks absolutely shred rifles, but infantry does better against them. Also, London's already gone 50k. York and Newcastle are, I mean, if she turned the slider on, she could probably get to culture pretty well. This city not as well. She could probably get there pretty quickly. I bet you could do it in about 40 to 50 turns if she turned on the slider. But she can probably do space about as fast, and space is way safer for her. Anyway, so yeah, now she is the one who's on the offensive, but it is going to be hard to it's going to be a lot harder to capture cities guarded by infantry than rifles. And Mehmed still does have a lot more cities than Liz, although it's getting closer between them. Okay, she just plowed right through another city. Ankara here on the border. Again, tanks. Tanks backed by artillery, kind of nasty. All right, so what are we on? Turn 300? There's not really a lot to look at in terms of graphs, but I guess I can pull them up. I mean, it's pretty much Elizabeth is first in most categories now. GNP is not even remotely close. Production. Mehmed doesn't even really have a production lead anymore. Food. Mehmed's losing his food lead. Power. She's ahead in power now. Culture. She's way ahead in culture. In terms of research rate, Elizabeth's at 1,200 beakers. She can actually run a profit at 100% science. That's wild. She's only 1,200 beakers per turn. That's actually not that high for this stage of the game, but Mehmed's on 500. Suryavarman's actually caught up to him in research, but Suryavarman is extremely far behind. He still has muskets for defending his cities. Yeah, muskets would not fare well against tanks. Let's just put it that way. Mehmed also might maybe benefit if the UN actually gets built. He might benefit from a stop the war resolution because this is going south in like the worst way for him now. He had his shot. He took his shot, right? He fired his shot, but it didn't go well. At least he managed to get steel, so now he has cannons. But yeah, at least that gives him a chance to counterpunch a little bit. Elizabeth, I still don't. Oh man, Suryavarman, what is this, Suryavarman? Like, what is this, buddy? What are you doing? What you doing? Elizabeth, due to the way that the AI does its targeting, she might target Suryavarman's cities first over Mehmed's because, I mean, this city is defended by longbows. What is this? What are you doing, Suryavarman? Why? I wouldn't be surprised if Elizabeth focuses up here because they try to go for the targets that are the most lightly defended, and this is very lightly defended. It does mean that Mehmed might get a little bit of a reprieve here because there's now a new and softer target for Elizabeth to go after. Or she might want to sign peace with Mehmed so she can go after this new threat. I mean, Madrid did get captured, so good for you, Suryavarman. Not sure you can hold this with your ancient army up here, but he did take a city. I mean, again, this city over here is defended by longbows, so yeah, you know, longbows do not defend very well against tanks. I know that's a one of those breathtaking insights that you watch my stream for. Longbows do not defend very well against tanks. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna go very well. Like, she's less likely to try to slam her tanks into infantry when she could have them hit muskets instead over here. Suryavarman still does not have rifling tech. No, he does not have rifling tech. Yeah. And she's on satellites. Okay. Although Mehmed's cities can't get above, his capital can't get above what? Can't get above size 20 unhappiness from war weariness. That's, well, I was going to say, why is this city so much larger? It's because it has the Globe Theater, so it has infinite happiness. None of the other cities can get above size 10 because they're so unhappy from war weariness. If Mehmed actually did sign peace, his score would rebound by a lot. He's being artificially crushed here because he's got so much unhappiness from war weariness. Anyway, somehow this city, Gaziantep, has not been captured yet, even though it doesn't control its own first ring. Somehow still holding out. Mehmed going police state. Why was he not in police state before? Maybe he didn't have the tech for it. That's going to help him a lot because the war weariness was this big issue. Yeah, that helped him out an enormous amount. He should have gone for that much sooner. Now his cities can actually grow again. His score should actually rebound quite a bit as a result of that. So that's good for him. His big issue was none of his cities could grow because they were all so unhappy from war weariness. Anyway, so far, Suryavarman not really been punished so far too much yet by Elizabeth. Not so far. Kind of has this jailbreak up here, but then again, there's also a bunch of tanks and machine guns and artillery up here. Still, it's probably taking a while for Lizzie to chew through all these old, outdated units. What's going on in terms of power? She hasn't really hit and killed these units yet, but you can see Mehmed definitely got a reprieve there. Oh, Elizabeth's on the laser. Well, that is an optional tech. That does not necessary to launch the spaceship, but it does let you build mobile artillery, which is an artillery at 26 strength that has 2 movement points. That's yeah, mobile artillery is a rather good unit. It's by far the best siege unit in the game. I don't know if a lot of people have played Future Era Civ4 Wars much. I have done some Future Era games way back in the day, multiplayer, I mean, and yeah, they're pretty overpowered. Artillery that can move 2 tiles and splash collateral damage is really wacky. Okay, well, anyway, this city is getting. I mean, there are 64 units up here, so that's a lot of units to say the least. And Mehmed's back with a new stack over here that does have cannons in it. So Elizabeth not completely out of the woods yet, although she did just attack and kill a good portion of that stack. Yeah, she just killed most of this. She just killed most of that. That stack had 64 units. She just killed most of them. And then this stack is attacking down here. Let's see what's going on here at Warwick, if this attack can succeed. I see some damaged tanks. I see some injured units, but nothing that actually died. Let's advance one more turn and we'll look at the graphs, power graph to see. All right, yeah, Suryavarman is still trying. He's still doing his best. But it does not look like he managed to punch through there. And then the attack on Warwick also failed. So Elizabeth for like the 18th time. Oh, and Mehmed. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Suryavarman, that's not good. Suryavarman, you are in trouble. Hold on. Let me Google this. Put it on the screen. I'm in danger. Anyway, just had to pull that up. Yeah. She handed over Ankara. Where is Ankara again? Oh, it was right here. I mean, it was surrounded by Mehmed's culture. Still, even though this means Mehmed has kind of given up on any chance of winning the game, this actually does increase the chance that Mehmed will get a second place, because Mehmed will get a chance to rebuild his Civ for a little bit. And Elizabeth will now stomp all over poor Suryavarman. The question is going to be, does Suryavarman survive long enough to get a peace treaty here? Because Elizabeth's going to be sending the full force of her units north now. And Suryavarman does not have rifling, and he's up against tanks, and he's about to be up against mobile artillery. This is going to be very, very, very ugly. Very ugly in a hurry. Yeah. What happened to the Khmer units? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Yeah, whoop. That was when this stack had like 65 units in it, and they like all died in a single turn. All died in like a single turn. Yep, Elizabeth is killing everything. And Madrid is now very dead, as she continues to go for the spaceship. Yep, there goes Madrid. So, and the reason why this is, like I said, it's good for Mehmed because Suryavarman's score is going to plummet here. And that makes it more likely that Mehmed gets second. Also, by not having the insane war weariness, he can actually grow his cities again. See, now that they don't have war weariness crushing them, they can... All of them were stuck down around like size 10. Now they can grow back up to like size 17. And then that's worth an awful lot of score points because all that population. But sadly for Suryavarman... the question is now, will he be able to survive into like the wildcard game? Because if he doesn't get peace in like the next, I don't know how many turns, he's in line to die very, very fast. Elizabeth domination is on the table. If she takes all of Suryavarman's territory and then gets into another war with Mehmed, domination is absolutely on the table as a possibility. She would need to take some of Mehmed's territory. Suryavarman's will not get her there. But here comes the mobile artillery. All right, see the 60% defenses? Watch how long that lasts. All right, whoa, what happened to that? Goodbye. And yeah. Again, mobile artillery are just incredible units because you can move them 2 tiles per turn. You know, imagine in the earlier era if your cannons could run at the same speed as your cavalry. That's basically what they do. It's like your cannons can move at the same speed as your cavalry, so they can just race along and drop all the defenses at the same time as your offense goes forward. It's pretty wild. Yeah, 60% to 0 in like an instant. And she's not far away from gunships either. She's very close to that too. And she's continuing not to research spaceship techs, by the way. She went for the laser. Now she's going for... I said she was close to gunships. So she'll have them, which are bad against contemporary units, but very good against old, outdated units, which is exactly what Suryavarman has. I mean, she still needs to research the whole bottom of the tech tree here. She also is only 2 techs away from robotics and 1 tech away from modern armor. So she kind of has basically every late game military tech, or she will have them soon and not much longer. It's just how quickly can she rush these forward. All right, you Secretary General. So does Elizabeth have enough population to block a loss? I don't know that she does yet. I don't know that she has enough to block a Diplo loss yet. So she'd better be grabbing cities pretty quickly here. Because, like, Mehmed's going to win this election. We already know that's going to happen. Mehmed will vote. Suryavarman votes for him. And so he'll be the Secretary General. The question is then, does he call a Diplo vote? Okay. So Elizabeth has 214 out of 566. I don't think that's enough to block that. Suryavarman, 98. Hold on, I'm going to do the math real quick. So 98 plus Mehmed, 253. 350, that's 351 votes out of 566. Oh, it's really close. They're right around 62%. It's really close. Really close. Also, people are saying how close on culture. York and Newcastle's the slowpoke here. 41 more turns for culture, so that's still a little ways off. I don't think they have enough to win a Diplo victory. I don't think they do, especially with Suryavarman losing pop very quickly here. I think they're just short, based on the quick back-of-the-envelope calculation I did. I will say, if these 2 cities fall and it's 20 less pop for Suryavarman and 20 more for Elizabeth, that also makes it harder to vote a Diplo victory. Yeah, as I said, it's close, but I don't think that there's quite enough. I think Elizabeth has enough to block, as she now goes for modern armor at Computers Tech. I don't know how this city hasn't fallen yet, by the way, as she starts flying in paratroopers as well. That city definitely should fall. Yeah, I think that with Suryavarman collapsing so quickly here, I mean, he did get to rifling, which is kudos to him for that, but I mean, it's kind of ugly. This feels like when wow, look at the power bar graph. Still, Mehmed's still keeping pace on the power graph. It feels a little bit like when Victoria tore apart Roosevelt in the game yesterday. Also took that city in the northern tundra. Yeah, I think even if Suryavarman calls a victory vote for the UN, I don't think that he has enough, even with Suryavarman's vote. I just don't think so. Well, there's a vote every 4 turns. It's not every 10 turns. It's every 4 turns. So he's going to be alive at the time of the next vote. All right, it's not even a Diplo victory vote. It's emancipation, so whatever. Yeah. So that's Diplo victory off the table, I'm afraid. And, all right, that passed. Poor Suryavarman, his capital captured again. Or his original capital. I guess technically his capital is down here at Angkor Wat. But this offensive is not stopping. It's just rolling forward. Again, the AI, you know, they're so slow in plotting throughout most of the game. But in the extreme late game, which is where Liz is right now, they can move very fast. They can move very, very fast in the late game sometimes. Yeah, that's a question. Is Mehmed plotting war, or is he just staying out of this? Out of curiosity. All right, he's apparently plotting war. So does he intervene in time to save Suryavarman? Because it's going to have to be pretty soon. There's not a lot left. Also, by the way, robotics also not a required spaceship tech. He just spent that turn going into free religion and state property. State property is a good choice for him. I will say if he starts another war, the Lizzie for domination is absolutely in play. Elizabeth for domination seems wild, but it could happen. I mean, she's certainly tearing her way through Suryavarman. If you want Lizzie to win by domination, which I guess I would at this point because I have domination as my victory condition, you would want to see Elizabeth immediately finish off Suryavarman and then Mehmed declare war like the next turn. But she probably won't finish off Suryavarman if Mehmed jumps in before then. All right, universal Suffolk free speech. I mean, there's not much left of him up here. This unit can't actually kill anything because it's a siege unit. This is the mobile artillery. But she can just fly in some paratroopers for that. Because, like, Angkor Wat's going to get captured this turn. And there's not much left. Yeah, just 2 cities left. So I guess Suryavarman is not going to survive to make the wildcard game. I guess that's good for me because I don't want a wildcard game that has, like, 20 people in it. So this game is definitely constricted in terms of number of people in it very quickly. No cultural defenses in any of these cities because the destroyers have taken them all out. Oh, I guess there's technically 3 cities left. Yeah, safe from the United Nations for sure. Going to be a later finish than I think I was expecting here. It's going to be a late finish one way or the other because Elizabeth, as we said, has not... She hasn't done the spaceship very quickly, but it's also because... Oh, and there it is. Mehmed starts a war. All right. Maybe Suryavarman can survive. I mean, probably not. But anyway, that does get us up to 13 wars. So I think Myth in the chat was saying one more war. All right. How much land does Lizzie need for a domination victory? She's at 44%. She needs another 20%. She also needs more of the world's pop. I mean, technically this looks like it's close on the bar graphs, but Elizabeth has all of the late game toys. Like if you look at just the bar graphs, it's close, but I don't think it's actually close because units that are higher, units that are more advanced in tech punch way above their weight, like way above their weight. Anyway, so Suryavarman has no units left. Elizabeth has 158 and Mehmed has 263. I mean, he was losing when he had like a 3-to-1 advantage, and he only has a 2-to-1 edge now. This is his main stack over here. It looks like he's going for Warwick yet again. But Elizabeth just unlocked mechs, right? She just finished mech. Yeah, she just got robotics. I mean, she has modern armor. She has mobile artillery. She has mechanized infantry. She has all of the game's best units. And Mehmed is still on factories. Mehmed is just unlocking artillery. He's on infantry, machine guns, cavalry, and artillery, but he does not have tanks. I mean, she's the generation beyond tanks, and he doesn't even have tanks yet. And the war weariness is back too. Yeah, the war weariness comes back right away. Did he flip out of? By the way, look at this hilarious Diplo screen. Did he flip out of state? What is it? What's the war civic? Oh, he's in universal suffrage. Yeah, he dropped out of what is the civic called? Police state. He dropped out of police state. Thank you. So he'd have to eat a turn of anarchy to go back in it. Also, I do think that Elizabeth's going to finish off this last city that has no units in it. I think she'll just para-drop some units in there. Anyway, so far we haven't seen Mehmed capture anything. I'm going to continue watching this because I think she'll just run a unit up here and capture this city that has nothing in it. I'd be amused if Mehmed survives with a city that has nothing in it. Okay, he converts to Hinduism. Okay, buddy. You do that. You convert to Hinduism. All right, so Warwick is, again, where the main attack is going to take place. There are an awful lot of... That's a lot of cannons right there. I wouldn't be surprised if Warwick got captured. Just because this is where the main Mehmed stack is. Did she move any units up here? The city being defended by a caravel because gunships killed all the actual defenders. Stop the war against... Oh my god! Are we going to have a stop the war against Suryavarman, allow him to survive? It's a stop the war against Surya Barman. Are you kidding me? He has one city left. Is he going to make the freaking wildcard game with one city left and literally 0 units in it? Is he actually going to survive from this? That would be insane. A stop the war resolution when he has one city and 0 units in it. Wouldn't be the first time it's happened, no. It failed. Elizabeth voted... It voted no. Elizabeth voted no, and there wasn't enough. Oh, wow, she voted it down. She still has not moved a unit in to capture the last city, though. She still has not moved a unit in to go capture that, though. Okay. In terms of power... not going great for Mehmed so far. Not going great. Not going so great at this point in time. How many units is Mehmed down to? Remember how he had like 200-something units last turn? He does not have 200-something units anymore. Remember how he had like 100 units attacking Warwick? Yeah, he did at one point in time. Not anymore. Not anymore. He still has a decent number of units here. Apparently, Elizabeth just pulled off and decided not to bother attacking this city. Pretty wild. I thought for sure she'd just paratroop a unit in to walk in the city, but apparently not. Apparently not. Well, she's got to attack somewhere. Oh, she has a big stack here. Well, decent sized stack here. Elizabeth does move first, followed by Mehmed moving second in terms of the turn order for who does what. I guess she hasn't hit that step. Okay, she decided to take mains over here. And then it's just wherever she wants to go after that. Again, she's at 50% land area. She also needs to get the population requirement too. But usually if you have the territory requirement, you also have the... you usually have the population requirement. Mehmed captured Angkor Wat. Where is that? Oh, over here. Gotcha. The one that was right on the border. Okay. Thanks for highlighting that. I hate to keep putting the camera up here. Oh, she just flipped into state property. I was like, why did her research stop all of a sudden? So she flipped into state property for a turn. All right, took another border city. And then that one was recaptured. Okay. So far, Elizabeth has not, like, started making progress deep into Ottoman territory. But I feel like that's coming because Mehmed has kind of lost his whole field army, it feels like. Except, yeah, this stack, because I think she's been spending a lot of her time killing this stack that had like 100 units in it, and now that whole stack is basically dead. And by basically, I mean it is dead. All right, global universal suffrage. By the way, still no one going out to this city. Oh, how many more techs does Elizabeth still need? I think she's got the first place pretty locked up. No, she still needs quite a few techs. She needs she needs 4 more techs, and then she still needs to launch the space. Then she needs to build the spaceship parts, and then the spaceship has to arrive. So as I said, it's going to be a pretty late victory date. Much later than I thought in this game. Now she's starting to push forward. Okay, that succeeds. I think we were already in global uni-suffrage. Ankara. Oh, that's that border city down here. That one, that's the city she gave back in the treaty after the last war. Just make sure we have that updated. Okay. I would expect Gaziantep to be like one of the first targets she goes after. Yeah, there's like nothing left in there now. Or very little left in there. Can we check? Yeah, you're right. She is close to... She actually might hit culture first. You're right. York and Newcastle are not far off. Good call. Yeah, this is 15 turns away. Newcastle's 14. Okay. Yeah, they're not that far off. Okay, so we're down to like 15 more turns. You're right, for culture. So that might happen. And I guess this city is... Does she now target it because there's actually a defender in the city? I'm kind of curious. Does she like now target it because there's actually a unit in there? Did the fact that there were no units cause pathfinding issues? Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe she just doesn't care about this one city in the middle of nowhere. It's actually eating up quite a few tiles for domination purposes. Like, she needs 64% of land area. Like, that's eating up probably 2% land area, just that one city there. All right, well, we'll keep checking in on the cultural victory, too. We're actually not that far away from space and culture and domination in this game. Still kind of wild that she just decided not to attack that last city. It's kind of crazy. If the Mehmed war declaration had come in like 1 or 2 turns later, then that city would have been captured for sure. But it looks like he's going to survive with the one city. Kind of crazy, I think. I'm not seeing any units going up there. They are still at war, aren't they? They didn't sign peace. No, they are still at war. Okay. Looks like there's a rather large army that's getting killed in Mainz right now. It certainly hasn't been good for Mehmed, but the thing that's helping him is kind of his sheer size. He's quite large, so it's taking a while just to chew through all his units. And then, yeah, we're still, I don't know, like 10 turns away from a cultural victory as Elizabeth builds spaceship parts too. She doesn't seem to have a humongous stack anywhere. Kind of has units more spread out in different places. Yeah, she hasn't really punched deeply into Ottoman territory yet. Although Mehmed units cities frantically starving because of war weariness is kind of hilarious to watch. If Suryavarman wins this season, that would be something. Yeah, that would be interesting to watch. Great artist. Did she get a great artist in the event log? No, I don't see one. Anyway, so we've got York is 9 turns, and Newcastle is 8 turns. So we're looking at turn 365, something like that. Again, I'm a little surprised that she hasn't taken a few more cities off of Mehmed, but she hasn't. She doesn't, as I said, she doesn't seem to be pushing forward. And then she's let this city build a rifle. It's actually gone back up from 0% defense to 33% defense. Not sure why she didn't just walk one unit in here, but I guess she didn't want to. I guess she wanted to leave him be. I love how Elizabeth is basically not even playing the game and is just going to win because she's going through the tech tree faster than anyone else. Pretty much. She has not really gone for any victory condition at all. 6 turns and 5 turns. Okay, yeah, we're still on line for our 365 victory. Doesn't look like she's going to get to domination before that point. I don't think she can get 12% land area in that amount of time. I don't think so. She doesn't, I mean, she doesn't really have like a big stack that's moving forward capturing things. It's just kind of like been content to bottle up Mehmed and stop there. And apparently content to leave this guy alive for whatever reason. Wait, did she just turn on? Okay, she just turned on the slider on like the last turn, and then suddenly that was it. Okay. And then she just turned on the slider on like the last turn. Okay. I guess she realized that she was so close. All right. Turn 362. All right. Well done. Suryavarman survives with the one city. He had one city and 0 units in it, not even 1 unit. But Elizabeth shows mercy and leaves him alive with Mehmed taking second. Yeah, she either turned on the slider or popped a great... No, she turned on the slider because genetics went to 71 turns. So she obviously turned on the slider. Maybe she also got a great artist, but she definitely turned on the slider. He survived with the city that was originally raised by the barbarians. Yeah. Never mind. All right, let me write this down. Another cultural. Boy, we've gotten so many cultural victories this year. Turn 362. I think it's in part because we've had a lot of high peace weight leaders winning games, and they're more likely to go culture. Okay. So let's watch this video again. I mean, I think that the biggest thing that caused this game to go the way that it did, well, a couple things. One would be that Surya Varman misplayed the early game, so we avoided having a really, really strong Surya Varman. That definitely could have happened. I mean, another big thing is just that Elizabeth, everyone ignored her like the whole game. Well, not the whole game. That's not true. But she got enough time to scale up. Like, she got enough time to scale, which is what she always needs. And she researched early rifling. Like, she did not screw around. She did go for the early rifling, and that was what she needed in the game. I said before the game, I knew it was possible. I just didn't think it would happen. I thought it was less likely to happen, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's actually stronger than we think on this map. I just think it was very possible that she gets attacked early by somebody, and if she gets attacked early, then she can't run away with tech. But yeah, she stayed out of it, and basically it was very similar to what Victoria did the previous week. I mean, it's not like she didn't get attacked late. She did face a lot of aggression, but it all happened after she had already gotten far enough ahead in tech that people couldn't really stop her. And then she pulls off and leaves Surya Varman alive with a 1 city. And ends up with the culture, which is like what none of us picked on the cultural victory. Really wild there. All right, GG Elizabeth. Back in the winner circle again, I think for the first time since season 1 or season 2. Finally won another game.